Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday and welcome because now is the return season of the flagship show and the return of our attorney at law. So make sure you get your drinks, get your snacks ready, and get ready for some debate, baby, because the flagship show starts as of right now.
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not tired, I'm inspired, rewired. I know just what is required, my brain knows how to decipher. The message is looking brighter, already paid up the pipe, but my game is getting much tighter. I feel my body on fire, I hope you're ready for battle, you better get on the saddle. We got some demons to tackle, yeah. We about to put on a show, these haters don't even know. They're in too deep like a hole, and they about to find out what it means when you enter into my house. How it feels when you always seem to strike out. Cause I don't lose, no I win, I go all out. So we'll keep fighting till the end, and we'll keep fighting till we win. This is our calling, this is our calling. Yeah, we'll keep fighting till the end.
That's right,
I may have to get that promo on Spotify because goddamn.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the new season of the flagship show, The Circle of Fame. Of course, the host, Steven, but I'm my other host. He's back, baby. He is fucking back. It's time to play it, folks. I have to play it. It's been a minute. Our attorney at law has made his return, folks. Let me hit this.
He'll represent you, and you'll be lucky. He'll win you 1.2, maybe 3. Oh, he's a fill of fucking Pepsi. Just call 1-900-Mussolini. And for a low fee of $3.99, he will give you expert legal advice and a free can of Pepsi.
Pepsi Film, Pepsi not responsible. See the wrong kind of Pepsi. Top of Wrestling Talk is Circle. They're all responsible for that.
Call today.
Money's on the way. Call Pepsi
today. Right now. And remember, he will fight for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Attorney at law, Pepsi fucking Phil, folks. Oh.
Yo.
I gotta do this. Where's the Nettie? Let me go Nettie here.
Let's fucking go.
There we go.
Just taking a quick aside for a minute before we get going and I get into my opinion. I just want to say sorry to the fans. Sorry I've been gone so long. I'm back now. There was some personal stuff I had to deal with. We don't need to get into it now, and we won't. But if you're curious, you can go to my Facebook and Instagram and find out for yourselves. But for now, we here to talk about wrestling.
That's
or
right.
the lack thereof if your name's WWE.
There you go. That's right, is he? That's right. You hear the chat. That's right. You hear the chat, baby.
I feel like Mick Foley at AEW.
Hey, right? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to everybody in the chat. Steven already saying what's up, OPC. Welcome back, Pepsi.
So, thanks,
everybody. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Maybe that's right. Keith, my butter bread, what is going on? Our brother right there. Mr. National is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
I came back at the perfect time.
Oh, you see Henry right there? Henry. Welcome back.
Thank you.
There you go. Oh, the Redeemer, the ruler himself.
Ooh,
yeah, we love you. Welcome back. We miss you. See, everybody's excited, man. Glad to meet the legend. That's right. The legend is here himself, baby. See, everybody.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, everybody.
That's right. Absolutely, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So, man, first, let's talk about what's happening with what has been happening at AAA. And, of course, they've been showing they just had one on Netflix right after Raw. They showed the Masters of Mask. So they're trying to get AAA a TV deal here. we know that they're basically on YouTube for an hour, right? So keep in mind we have Taker and Jerry Borash, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Conan. When he's not really much there 100% because of his health condition as well. But he could be as much as he could be. But I know that right now Taker and Borash is kind of taking over, of course, the booking of it. But man, I don't know if you've been keeping up with AAA, and man, what are your thoughts so far? And a TV deal, but the floor is yours.
I got mixed feelings about AAA.
Okay.
Right now, I think AAA is probably the best it's been for a while. The problem I'm having really is that they are only showing WWE talent.
Okay.
Whenever they do a TV show, whenever they do a YouTube or representation, it's always about a WWE talent that went down there and did something. Like with Layla, Bailey, obviously the mask match. Those are all WWE talents. No, some integration was bound to happen, but truth be told, I really I didn't watch AAA to watch WWE. I didn't. I want if they're gonna give AAA a TV deal, I do not want it to be AAA versus WWE, and that's the entire TV deal. I want it to be AAA talent who's doing what AAA does best. That is the only issue I have with it. But do I think having WWE go down there to give them kind of a shot in the arm is a good idea? Yes. I just do not like the fact that it's the only thing we see whenever. Granted, I understand it's Raw and SmackDown, so why would they just host AAA? Because the reason you do that is because, again, it's your company, so you can do whatever you want with guys. But I think if you're going to say AAA is a viable option to be a TV deal, you got to show the AAA talent, not WWE who fights the AAA talent.
Right.
That's my opinion. If you want to highlight the AAA talent, then do that. God bless Mr. Iguana, but that ain't gonna get me to watch AAA. You know who gonna get me to watch? You know who gonna get me to watch AAA? Persephone will get me to watch AAA
if she goes to AAA. But she's the women's champion, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But Catalina, I know she came from CML to AAA, and there's a reason for that because was Persephone holding the CML women's title, right? Yeah. So CML decided to go that direction. So Catalina was getting up there. However, when she knew that she was not getting a belt, she's like, you know what, I'm out. Respectfully.
But the thing is, though, there's no guarantee she's getting a belt in AAA. All she gets is exposure.
Very true. That's the beginning of it, though. But we still got Triple Mania. You see, Triple Mania, we got as a 2-night event. One in Vegas, and then also the one in Mexico.
Triple Mania will be the real test of what the talent does because it'll be what, almost a year since Borash and Taker took over. So we'll finally get to see what Triple Mania will look like. Yeah,
that's very true. Because now that Noche Los Grandes 2-night event is already over, now we have to see the following week how is he going to start building the story heading into Triple Mania.
So here's the other problem with Noche Los Grandes. People assume that those were the only two the mask matches were the only two matches that happened there. That was a great night of wrestling for all Mexican luchadors. But the problem is that nobody saw it because they only spotlighted the mask match and I think one women's match.
The whole card was only one. It was that women's 6-man. That was last night.
Yeah, exactly. And that, my thing is if you're really going to try to make them a thing, you got to show all of it, not just your guys in Mexico.
Right.
I'm glad Bailey's there because she's finally getting some push. But goddamn.
They're not doing anything to her main roster. What are they doing with her? Not much.
Nothing. But truth be told, if it wasn't for AAA, Bailey would have been cut by now. Think about it. If there's nothing for her to do on the main roster. She's won everything and done everything. At this point, if they can't book her to do anything, they're going to cut her.
Okay.
So AAA is her second lease on life, respectfully.
Okay.
But do I think it's a bad idea? No. Bailey's great in Mexico.
They love her in Mexico. Yeah, they were cheering for her.
She's basically a lucha already.
And remember, I think her mom is Mexican, but she doesn't speak Spanish fluently. But
she does.
Not fluently.
Remember she did the promo in Spanish?
Oh, that's right. Fuck, I forgot.
So
about that.
yeah, she may not have initially, she may have only started learning Spanish recently, but I think she's got enough grasp on the language to do a promo.
True that.
So, like I said, she's making chicken salad out of chicken shit, which is great because that's what Bailey does. I just think they're undervaluing her and putting these other people ahead of her for no reason.
Let's see, Tommy or Pepsi fucking Phil. Whose real name is fucking Phil? Obviously, whose the nipples are better than come on, that's Tommy's. Oh my god. Chef, what's going on? He's like, welcome back to Vodka Pepsi Phil. That's right. And let's see.
So it's
he's saying AAA is taking baby steps with WWE talent. Give him time, and I believe we'll see more of some other talents.
I can understand that sentiment, but these aren't like ham and eggers. These are like these are world champions. They've gone around the world several times, and yeah, I will grant you they may not know the WWE system of TV, which is fair. But at the same time, they're not like guys from NXT or the NIL coming into wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And see, Poppy Ruler here saying, love that so many people doubted Taker was going to do well in AAA, and now look at him. What he's done. I mean, yeah, he's done.
I mean, he's good for the WWE talent that goes down there. Yeah. Is he good for the Mexican talent? I don't know.
Well, to be real, I like Laredo Kid, the way his booking was in the beginning was like, Now that he turned heel, I like it. I think he's doing a great job as a heel.
I mean,
so
to some extent, the baby step idea does work. And they're all doing it slowly. And truth be told, I might be a little bit too harsh, but I guess because of the fact that they started from ground zero and they should have started a little sooner than they are, which has been my problem with them, because it's like, if it's not the WWE system, it's wrong. Well, not wrong, but it's like it's not as good as that system. And I think, again, my issue comes from the fact that Taker knows wrestling, so I can't really argue with him. Taker knows fucking wrestling.
Yes.
I guess my concern is that, do they know Mexican wrestling? Do they know what Mexican crowds want to see? Or are they trying to convince Mexican crowds that WWE is the best TV format to go with?
Honestly, I'll put it this way. I feel like with the main event that happened, Máscara, it's Taker, what he did there, he kept it traditional, Lucha Libre. He kind of rebirthed that. At the same time, adding the transition, what you're mentioning.
Yeah.
So it's the one thing I'll give Taker and JB a lot of credit is they kept that tradition and kind of revived it of what it is supposed to be meant about.
100%. Honestly, like I said, I am being extra critical of them. That's because of the fact that I really am worried about AAA losing their identity to a WWE brand.
No, I'm with you on that.
And I know that Taker has said that is not his goal at all. And I believe that from Taker. I do not believe that from TKO.
That's why I'm afraid of them to get a TV deal, because I feel like TKO is going to end up getting involved with their booking.
Exactly. That is my concern as well. And like TKO will have less knowledge about Mexican wrestling than they do American wrestling.
That's my major concern, because if they get a TV deal, like let's say how they showed up on Netflix just to get that deal, the one thing is that they have the library. It's a tremendous library, the history of AAA. Would it fit for Peacock? Yes. But like, again, my concern is going to be that TKO is going to get their fingers on that and try to fuck with the booking itself. I mean, we get it as a 1 hour show, right? But the one thing I love about it, that is 1 hour, it gets you anticipated for the following week. You're like, oh my God, okay, we're going to see this. All right. Yes, we don't get that much talent, how you said, like, especially with AAA actual roster. We don't get much of it. We're getting more of the WWE talent.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on that. They need to kind of push it more with that and give them more introductions, not just like Psycho Clown Pagano and Miss Iguana, but more talent than that.
And truth be told, by the time they go to TV, they probably will have those guys ready to go. So I'm not gonna directly shoot them down, but those are just my early observations from what I'm seeing, because it's like AAA has shown their partnership, they are a viable product. like even Vikingo coming up was great. Like I think Vikingo really did kind of steal the show when he showed up at WWE. But
Mark my word, will be sitting AAA going to send more
he is
mainstream.
not wrong. He not wrong. I don't think that is wrong.
No, see, Chef here saying the return of Pepsi. I hope AAA doesn't get turned into NXT Mexico or some shit. Leave that fed alone to keep rolling in 2026. 100%.
I mean, I think so. Like I said, that is my concern too. Like, I don't want to become like just a branch of WWE. I want AAA to be its own like parallel company with WWE. Because like at this point, the thing I'm most worried about is these reports about ESPN not being happy with WWE pay-per-views and how the product's being presented.
I think that relationship is going to be finished by sooner than what we expect, in my opinion, when it comes to ESPN and WWE. I feel like that's
at that point they're going to have to go back to Peacock and hope for the best.
The good thing they only have Peacock for Saturday main event, but that's another thing too. I want to ask you: you think this will be a AAA fit since they got rid of NXT from Peacock? Could they put AAA because with the library on Peacock for that? And you think that will risk like of what you're doing now, or just would you leave them on YouTube? Period. Leave them on YouTube and just let it run its course with YouTube only.
Truth be told, if we're talking about a financial push, they need to be on an actual network. They need to be on Peacock or Netflix. And I think Peacock is a much better option because Peacock has NBC has a relationship with Telemundo. Universe, I can never pronounce it right, so I'm gonna apologize right now.
No, you're good.
On Universe, and so they already have a link to us. So the deal they have is when AAA comes to Peacock, they can like try to leverage that to get with their Spanish-speaking NBC affiliates. So I think Peacock makes a lot more sense for them to put AAA on. Netflix, while Netflix does have a global reach and they do have a Spanish sector, I don't know if I would want to be on the same network as WWE other than Peacock. But again, I mean, whatever makes them the most money is what they're going to go for. But I think honestly, Peacock has a much stronger connection. Well, NBC, I should say, has a much stronger connection. YouTube, brother. Also, the AEW dirt sheets, delightfully wonderful, brother. But I know I butchered the name, so you're gonna have to go in there and give me a correction.
Jordan Triple J, world elite.
So, but I think NBC has a stronger and better connection to their Mexican and Latin fans than Netflix does.
I agree 100%. And I think that's where Peacock wants to aim it, right? So
yeah. And Peacock's honestly for a subscriber cheaper than Netflix anyway.
Oh yeah, even if they raise it for $1, I don't care because I enjoy Peacock, and I got it because of not just NXT and Saturday main event, but other stuff they have there, and like how you mentioned. So you're so right on point because they're also like the way how they have for the Spanish, how they're aiming for the Latin audience. That's a good call. So I'm with you on that 100%. And Bagel to 199 saying, so is LWO dead?
First of all, if they bring back the LWO and I'm Rey Mysterio, I would slap the shit out of everybody.
Alex, what's good? He's like, welcome back, Pepsi Phil. There you go.
Alex. Hey.
See, Tommy's like, OPC, the funniest wrestler, Sizzle Nix or Psycho Mike. I don't know who is that. I don't know who they are. Bagel the blood of 499. Bailey can win a AAA title, and then you can run the Libre feud as a title feud. But that's the thing, though. Bagel, Pepsi Phil saying that he doesn't like. You're bringing. What about the actual AAA talent, not just WWE talent?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's the concern. Like, do I think Bailey deserves a championship title? Yes. Do I think Lyra deserves a title feud? 100%. Do I think it needs to be in Mexico? No. I think that shit needs to be in America for WWE. Like, that's the point. Like, do I want to see, and this is for Dom, do I want to see Liv Morgan as a world champion? No. That's God off board. And I mean, with all due respect to Liv, they are not giving that woman shit to work with.
No.
Her like it looks like her only booking is to be Dom's girlfriend.
Oh my god! Right? Oh my god! That's pretty much what she's doing.
I mean, that's basically her entire booking schedule. Go be Dom's girlfriend and make up, and then go be mad at Roxy so she turns face at some point.
Steven, you're saying really hilarious though that Taker is killing and booking in AAA while Raw and SmackDown can't figure it out.
That's because in AAA there's a wrestler booking that shit, and then on Raw and SmackDown it's pretty much a committee of like a bunch of writers and executives who have never booked a wrestling match.
Nope, not at all.
That's literally why Road Dogg left.
Exactly. And shout out to Dylan from World Elite. World Elite. That's right.
I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even mad about that.
Just move everything WWE to Netflix.
It would make more sense, honestly. Like just literally, like just do what HBO tried to do. Like just move all their sports in one part of HBO.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Keith's here saying that I don't think ESPN has a problem with WWE as a brand, but more of a problem with Khan, and whoever Khan has been has been the middleman. Nick Khan he's talking about, not Tony Khan. So
I'd agree with you, but here's the thing: they have said that their biggest concern and the reason that they did not like Clash in Italy was that they did not spotlight Brock Lesnar, and I'm sitting here going, what does that have to do with you? Like literally, what do you have to do with you? You got your buys. That's the only thing you should care about.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, Steven saying not digging the NXT purely on CW because they won't extend the show because of the local news. Rather have it on Peacock. Yeah, because they are going to make their debut on CW on the same day that Forbidden Door is. Why are they going to do that? That is like
because they think they can cut into the Forbidden Door money, which I'm not going to lie to you. Good luck with that shit.
Exactly. Right? Good luck with that, pal.
If Double or Nothing is in the indication what we're getting for the next few pay-per-views, God help you, WWE. Nick Khan, Triple H, y'all need to lock in. Double or Nothing embarrassed a lot of wrestling people. A lot of wrestling folks are just like, AEW can't pull it off. They can't go anywhere. They can't set up a shop. Well, they figured it out. It took them 10 years, but they figured it out. What's your excuse? Y'all been in business for damn near 75 years. Fuck y'all doing?
Ask Shapiro on that, since he's the one that's trying to get rid of pro wrestling, like from the WWE and more make it an E, getting rid of wrestling and more entertainment. You know, and that's why I need to like say that man needs to go. Shapiro needs to leave. He is not. He is trying to destroy professional wrestling, and I'm happy that Tony Khan is keeping that going.
And I'll be honest with you, and you never hot take. I think Nick Khan need to go too.
Yep.
I think Nick Khan needs to go. I think TKO needs to step back. I don't know what the fuck The Rock's doing. He's supposed to be on TKO board. He don't look like he's doing shit.
He ain't doing shit.
He's selling his cologne brand. I guess that's something. And of course his hair products. Don't ask me why.
Oh god.
But, sorry, Dwayne. My bad. But
as he did said, I can see they're attempting to get AAA on Paramount before AEW to block the competition. I don't see that happening. I do
honestly,
not see that.
I don't think, and I thought about Paramount too. And if you think about it, if you go down the line from bullet points, you would get more from NBC than you would from Paramount. Paramount does not have the inroads that Paramount does, that NBC does.
That's true.
Paramount does not have the reach that NBC does.
Very true.
And truth be told, I don't think people would spend money for one show, even if it does have a great library, because Paramount's audiences are just not wrestling fans. And I say that with all due respect, but if you look at how they treat UFC and those boxing matches on Paramount, they do not break even. They don't even break even on those shows.
They don't actually, because that's what they were expecting when they signed UFC and had their pay-per-views. And they were like under the impression that the subscriptions were going to go super high on that, and it really did well. It did.
And UFC fans know for a fact that you can either go to the app or just go on YouTube and see the fight. So,
absolutely, I agree,
I
100%.
mean, I would like to make fun of the Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano match, but I don't have enough time.
Big old go to 199. My solution is simple. Put every belt on La Parka. No.
I mean, is that really a bad idea? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, La Parka can go. Even at his time, even he close to retirement, he can still go. So I'm not gonna say no to it.
To see, Alex said, and Dominic seems to be tired of it.
I'll be honest. If we gonna have a triple heel turn from Dom, I don't know who else he can hook up with at this point.
I don't. I like right now, especially with Triple Mania booking. If Taker, if you're listening to this, or you ever see this clip, man, give Grande that belt at Triple Mania in Mexico.
Yeah,
Don't do it in Vegas. Have Dominic versus Rey Mysterio now that he's a GM. Have him face there. If it's for mass versus title, career on the line of mass, that's fine. Because if you save that for Mania next year, where's Mania going to be, Pepsi, for next year? Where's it going to be?
Oh, Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. I wouldn't save that over there. I would actually do it here in North America and have, if you're already give Rey Mysterio the GM spot, and now might as well have him face Dominic for that title, because he announced yesterday the title's going to be defended twice. So it's going to be night 1 and then night 2 the following in Mexico. So I think this is where the opportunity could be for Dominic to dethrone his father, take away his mask, and now make him officially just a GM and retire instead of waiting in Saudi. I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Don't get me wrong. Dominic fighting in Mexico, I think, was perhaps the most brilliant idea they have ever come up with. I know I said WWE guys different, but let's face it, the Mysterio family crosses borders 100%. Like, you can't be a Mysterio and not be loved in Mexico and America, period.
100%.
So I think leveraging Dom for AAA makes a lot more sense than putting him in fucking Mexico or Saudi Arabia, like you said. You like literally make sure it revolves around AAA because it is AAA's belt. I don't like AAA does not have a problem with like visibility or exposure. And truth be told, Dom walking around with the AAA belt, the couple of times he's defended it on Raw. I mean, that's not Raw. Yeah, defended it on Raw has been great for Mexico, but at the same time,
it's not helping him.
No, it's
my
not.
Opinion.
It's not doing great because, like, let's face it, AAA is locked in. But if you can find some way to leverage a championship match with AAA, leverage it with the Peacock deal that they would try to pitch to Peacock for AAA to go in there, that's where you make your money, in my opinion. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like you debut on Peacock, you start a feud, and the answer and the resolution happens at AAA, Triple Mania? Triple Mania.
No,
I think that would be great for the Peacock angle, and that's not.
I agree. Let's see who
Michael Hayes did disappoint me because honestly, he's booking like it's 1960 and he's still with WCCW.
Exactly.
Because what he said about Chelsea is literally what him and the Freebirds did to get over. Everything Chelsea's doing, she learned from the Freebirds.
Thank you.
All those guys back then. All she's doing is literally playing into her character 24/7, 365. And the fact that they don't see that that's what championship material looks like just means he's just too old to be in the business. Yeah,
he needs to go. And just like Justin's saying, I love you. Pritchard needs to go as well. And
honestly, he should have never been brought back. I don't even know why. Yeah, I know he snitched on Vince. But still,
he still talks to Vince. I know that.
I know he does. But he snitched on Vince with the police to get his job back.
Of course he is. Big one of the 499. Appreciate you. Is it true that NXT UK really stopped the UK indie scene momentum?
No, it didn't. It did not. NXT UK was stopped because of the Me Too movement because there was a bunch of scumbags in it who fucking stepped across the line. And truth be told, the UK indie scene decided that NXT UK was going to go away, but instead of like trying to rebuild the relationship with WWE, they were going to go back and do what Japan did and lock in themselves so that they are not dependent on WWE to get over. And as a promotion all across, like Progress did and all these other guys did, they didn't really form a partnership with each other. They just have a mutual understanding that they'll be sharing resources.
Yep.
The only real change is that the UK indie scene is not as visible as it was with NXT UK. And truth be told, it ain't that hard to find. Just go on YouTube and you can see matches and see some promos. It's a little bit harder to find, sure, but YouTube does not disappoint.
Exactly. Absolutely. And see, Justin saying Dom can hook up with his obnoxious looking mustache. Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes give them the boot. Like,
I mean, Steven ain't, like I said, I ain't hurting at that.
Let's see. Keith saying, as long as they don't try to do some kind of woke decision and make Dom to go over Femi, I'll be good. Just make Dom single, get rid of them, the BF and girlfriend.
Oh, I don't even give a damn. If they got a good storyline to make that happen, I'm in. I don't give a fuck. If you can give me a good storyline that sells that gimmick, I'm in. Billy Gunn did it. I'm not mad at him about that.
Joe Dirt wants him to be. Let's see. Make with another $4.99. Saying low key, I feel like the Hijo de Vikingo should have been in the IC match at a Mania. I don't remember the ladder match at WrestleMania for the IC belt.
Yeah,
I mean, he should have been a part of it.
I do agree with that. Like, I do think Vikingo being there would have been great, but it would make no. I mean, he did do like the WWE's Forbidden Door, whatever the fuck that was, Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide.
It was not a bad idea. I would just need a really good story for why Vikingo would be involved in it. Like, just like a random dude that shows up who can fly high and do stuff off ladders. Yeah, that's great for an indie show, but no.
Yeah. Michael Hayes walking the wrong way. Oh, that's right. Nikki Cross and what's his name? And her husband.
Right. Did they buy Progress?
They bought Progress.
Yeah, so I'm like I said, the UK indie scene is just consolidating a lot of their stuff and not being dependent on WWE.
Yeah, I agree 100%. If they did an Oba and Dom story, I'll be screaming. I should have been.
First of all, if you want to fight Oba for it, go ahead, brother. I would watch that in a hot minute. Shit. And if it make you feel better, I'll do a run in and help you win. Shit, I don't know. You tell me.
Oh man.
Like I said, can book the match, man. You book the match.
I just feel like at this point, I'm with you on that. I think if it's not YouTube, I'll keep then Peacock it is. And you could put that library for them. Hell yeah. And then have their PLDs there. Like Triple Mania, all of like those events on Peacock, I'm all for it. I'd rather have them get that opportunity. Yeah. And I would still keep it an hour, to be honest. I'd rather keep it more an hour.
Just keep people wanting more, like you said. What's coming next week?
Exactly. Because that's the beauty of it.
I do got one more thing for Dom. If they really, really want to have Dom do another thing, I would have him turn on the entire Judgment Day. I would literally have him turn on the entire Judgment Day, all of them. Just
I think he's gonna be like out of anger. He's just like, screw this, I'm out. Like, I'm just tired of y'all.
Like, including Liv, just have him turn on the entire Judgment Day. Remember when Triple H turned on DX?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yes. He's see, what does TKO and Scooby do? Something dumb and give Liv the Queen of the Ring? I don't mean to put a bad juju. We're going to talk about actually that right now.
That is a concern that I have too, because honestly, positioning wise, it's the only thing that makes sense. The way they've positioned her, her winning the Queen of the Ring makes sense to me.
Okay, so let's talk about it. So let's look at the bracket so far. So we know that the following week I know tomorrow we're having it's Chelsea, Bliss, Becky, and Morgan. That's tomorrow on Raw. That's happening. We already know that Io and Raquel already advanced. They already advanced. They're going to face each other. And then on SmackDown, they're going to have Ruka, Lyra, and Charlotte and Cargill on the other side. So that's what's happening on for tomorrow. So for tomorrow, that's so far, right? So
yeah, but I'll be honest. At this point in time, there's only two people who should theoretically be considered being for the Queen of the Ring. It's Chelsea and Liv.
Thank you.
Liv is like, the only reason I'm saying that is because they will not let her go. They put her on some kind of rocket ship and they will not let her get off of that damn thing.
But here's the thing, though. You know, and I said this on yesterday, actually. I said it on Friday. I said that don't be surprised if Kira costs her the match. And then you can have, and I'm with you, that Stephanie makes her return. And then this is where you get that rematch between her and Stephanie, probably a Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Or a Saturday main event for July. But I'm with you on
I did forget Stephanie's coming back. So,
so
yeah,
but
I still think Chelsea's the only real, like, I think Chelsea would be the best, even if she doesn't win the championship. The run up to it, Chelsea Green could literally make it the most fun Queen of the Ring that we have ever had.
Let's look at the men's side. Look at that men's side. So then tomorrow we have Rollins, Evans, and Tonga. Just Hikoleo. I'm not gonna call him that. The Ricky Saints.
The Ufalafa.
Yes.
That shit was hilarious. God damn.
I know. And you saw a Jey Uso Pro character on that. I know you did. And then we're gonna have that. And then obviously this Friday as well, we're gonna have Keys. We're gonna have the Finn Balor now that he's officially SmackDown, and Jay and LA Knight. That's gonna be for this Friday SmackDown for sure. So I mean, you tell me how you're looking at it.
I got three options on that one. It's Jey Uso.
Okay.
It is Dominic Mysterio.
Okay.
And then at the third one, I would probably like it to be pull up that list again just to make sure.
Oh, my bad. Let me go back to it.
I was trying to think.
Hold on.
Let me upload it again. Yeah, I saw someone who stood out to me, but I wasn't even like I'm afraid to even mention his name.
I think I know who, but I'm gonna save my thoughts on it. I did pick. I know maybe. There you go. Let's see.
Yeah, honestly, and this is nowhere near any kind of stats or anything. The only person who I think would be a dark horse, and like I think a dark horse that would be fun, but I know they will never give it to him, is Ricky Saints.
Really?
Yeah, the reason why is because Ricky has a way of stepping up.
Okay.
Whatever the challenge is. Like, I do not like how he's being treated, the storyline they're giving him with Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
Because it just literally makes him it's not foolish per se, but it does make him look like a contender for a goddamn thing.
Did you see SmackDown that he didn't even get fucking cheered? Like they were it was flat. Like him and Carmelo match.
They have killed the man. They have like I said, say what you will about Tony Khan. In a span of literally 1 week, they killed his entire momentum. Because he was looking good after the Cody match. He was looking really good after the Cody match. And then Trick Williams hits him like his name was a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing. Hit him like his name was a pimp named Slickback. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, who is this ham and egger in the ring right now?
You know who I picked, who is the one secret who I can tell you? And just to go back and look at it so you can see. Because I'm looking at what's tomorrow. I mean, that's going to pretty much be not tomorrow on Raw. I think it's going to be the following week, the semifinals between Mysterio and Oba. I see Rollins advancing tomorrow.
Yeah.
The following, and then Friday, since he's making his debut on SmackDown, Finn Balor. Give me Finn Balor. And who I think in the finals is going to be Dom and Finn. Brock Lesnar is going to cost Oba Femi that fucking match between him and
that's good booking. I like that booking. I really do like that booking. And I do think Finn versus Dom would be great because truth be told, it would be good redemption for Finn, who has pretty much, since he had to give up the Universal belt, will finally get his shot at a real shot at the real title.
Exactly.
Truth be told, I'm okay with him beating Cody.
Thank you.
I'm okay with him beating Cody. Like, quote unquote, QB1 is still the dumbest thing I'd ever heard. And it's not Cody's fault. I think the problem is that they're booking Cody to be another Roman Reigns. And honestly, Cody's not that. Cody's the hard worker. He's the grinder. That's why I've always loved Cody. He's a grinder.
Yes.
Him being like I do like the fact that his Gunther matches have been really good, but all this other stuff. But I think going against someone like Finn or getting set up to Finn, like that's Cody's bag right there. Like when Cody was going up against Randy or Randall Cornelius Orton, literally that was when Cody was great because he had a mountain to climb because he had to fight a legend.
Yeah, that's true.
And let's face it, Finn Balor, whether anyone wants to say it out loud, Finn Balor, and this is my opinion, Finn Balor is bigger than Cody. WWE would have you think better, but if you think outside of WWE, who was bigger?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, like he started Bullet Club, made it a legend, left at the highest point, came to NXT and literally was the most popular wrestler at NXT. Joined Judgment Day and made it and literally trained all the guys in there and made that the most fun faction at a time back when Rhea Ripley was literally beating up dudes for the hell of it. Back when Damian Priest was the scariest dude in wrestling. That's all because of Finn Balor. So I think right now the Finn Balor would be perfect for him because that's the type of thing Cody needs. Like he needs to be a champion who has to climb a mountain for him to be like that much fun.
And not only that, Phil, he said on his podcast, I think he said on his podcast, I don't know, someone's show, either Chris Van Fleet or on his show, he said he wants to put over Finn Balor. And so then what a perfect way for Finn here to make it to the finals and beat Dom. And that's like how Steve said that I know Grande could probably interrupt in that match because they're gonna get their shot at Triple Mania that could build for Triple Mania for them as well. Finn Balor wins the tournament, challenges Cody, and now that he's on SmackDown at SummerSlam, have Cody drop the belt to Finn and have him a great momentum for Finn. And
like I said, and Finn I think would be a good opposite champion to Roman Reigns. Because if you think about it, Roman's popular from a different sector of WWE fan. Finn Balor is beloved by the other sector of the WWE fans. Like, even when he was a heel, people were just like, but it's Finn Balor. We can't really hate Finn Balor, but he a bad guy. But is he really, though? Yes, he was. But at the same time, it's Finn Balor. So as much as I hate to say it, I never really bought him as a heel anyway. I mean, he was a good asshole, though. I ain't gonna say he wasn't. He wasn't when he was like he did pull out some Prince Devitt shit back in the day, like when he was he did. So I ain't gonna say he wasn't a good heel. I'm just saying I was like, that's just New Japan. That's just New Japan right there. I can't be mad at that.
Let's see. Oh, Dom is destroying Judgment Day. That would be awesome.
It would be. I think that's what needs to happen. I think him losing to Finn in the in the tournament would be the catalyst that throws him out. That makes him go, I don't need you guys because y'all a bunch of losers, and just take everybody out.
I think that could be
including Liv, who deserve a chair shot to the face.
I think that would be like the end of Judgment Day there. I think I like the idea. So Alex wants your opinion. He's like, all right, let's get Pepsi Phil's opinion, and then maybe he'll swing us. All right. So they finally did our girl Julia justice by turning her face after she attacked Kiana James when she lost that Fatal 4 on SmackDown. So basically, she's just like they broke her up now. So now she's on her own, and now that I don't know who's facing heel on this one, but the way how it looks, the Italy fans, of course, you saw Raw, they cheered the heck out of her on Raw, and just to see on SmackDown as well.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing with Julia. I think Julia can be the face of the women's division. I think 100% she can. Here's my problem. I hate creative.
Thank you.
I especially hate creative when they have someone where English is not their natural language or their first language, I should say. And this is, and I'm not doing comparisons just to do comparisons. AEW has Japanese wrestlers that have gotten over where English was not their first language, but they found a way to use that not as a crutch, not as a barrier to hold them back, to use that as a winning thing. Okada has one goddamn word, and that man gets over all the time with one word.
Well,
then he pulled the "I'm sorry." That's great. Do not tell me that's not brilliant, right there.
No, it is brilliant. So he spoke about Okada. Folks that are new to this channel and people that are watching on X, come on here, I'll subscribe. We'll let Okada tell you more better. Please.
Hit the like button and subscribe, bitch.
Exactly. Like, that's what he does. Hikaru Shida, who literally is the most passive-aggressive hater I have ever seen in WWE and AEW. I'm sorry. Passive-aggressive woman. Literally only speaks has a great grasp of the English language, but uses that to pretty much just talk shit about everybody going, I speak Japanese. I don't know what I say. No, full goddamn well, she run a video game channel on YouTube. The fuck? Then you got Mina Shirakawa, who just basically ripping people's shirts off and showing titties every Friday. Look, I'm not saying that's what I'm looking for, but I'm not saying no to that. That's all I'm saying.
None of us just say no to that.
So, but back to Julia, which I guess was the original part of this conversation. Julia can be the face of the women's division. She has the look, the talent, and the skill. And she can be scary even as a face.
Yeah.
What I rely on, what I need the creative do is to lean into that and lean into what her strengths are. Her strengths are the fact that people are scared shit of her. They are genuinely scared of her. 2, she leaves an impression wherever she goes. So have her do storylines where literally it's like she shows up, says a very few words, but they have great impact.
Mm-hmm.
And then as she slowly starts to get, honestly, she pretty much already has a good grasp of the English language. But
she does.
But what I mean is a grasp that these creative people can fucking figure out how to write for.
Exactly. You're not wrong, brother. It's frustrating because I love that girl. Yeah. We talked about that girl when she signed. We're like, this woman, what she did in Stardom was a freaking faction. And look at her other former faction.
Honestly, they did a little bit that with Asuka before she took her break.
Yeah,
because she was doing promos in English and Japanese.
Yep,
and people were not upset by it. So I think Julia should go that route. Because truth be told, Asuka, that's right. Asuka literally, Asuka had this moment where like she left a hole that Julia could perfectly fill.
Yeah.
Right, because truth be told, I'm not upset if I got a Julia versus EO match.
No, you know how many times have we wanted that? We get that in tag teams, but not a one-on-one? Damn it, what is this so bad? I mean, we saw it on Raw, right, with that Fatal 4-Way, but that doesn't count to me. I want what I want is a feud between Julia and Io Sky. You know, since you know how you mentioned Asuka, right? And that feels perfect. All right,
sorry about that.
I got you. No worries. I got you, brother. But no, definitely, it's for sure. I would like to see Julia and Io Sky, like a feud for that, because that's something that will be amazing, especially the way how this Asuka, her leaving. Okay, looks like I left it in hands for you. You are the one now representing Japan for us, and now you lead the way. And this is where Julia could really go, hey, you know what? Screw this. No, that should be me in that throne, not you. And this could be an amazing feud for Io Sky and Julia. And I think that would be a great idea for them to do if the creative booking could do it that way. You know, that's the only unfortunate part. So it just, man. Oh, man, I just love the fact that, you know, Alex, see, we got Pepsi Phil's opinion. Living the Queen of the Ring was the dumbest thing. They have no competitor other than Stephanie. They honestly need to go back to one women's title, one roster. I think so, man. I think, you know, I can't wait for Oba Dom fight. Yeah, Lesnar's going to cost Oba. They've been building up the tensions with Lesnar and Oba. Yep, that is the problem there, unfortunately. Let's see. It would be cool if Grande married up. I think so too, Steve. I think that could be where we're going to see that. So definitely going to see that. And shout out to Kevin, of course. What's going on, Kevin? Julia was babyface on SmackDown last year. Remember that? Yes. Thank you for bringing that up, Kevin, because you're so right. And now that I'm hoping, they keep that momentum. Julia is a great performer. They need to put her out there. They didn't do much of her when she was a U.S. champion. And then, that was another thing too.
They didn't do a goddamn thing when she was U.S. champion.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. They didn't do much for her. Like, I was pissed the fact, Pepsi Field, that they didn't make her do like an open challenge what Tiffany was doing right now as like the U.S. Women's Champion. Yeah, they should have done that for Julia when she was
like I said, they should have made her the scary. Like, remember when Asuka came in and she was just terrifying?
Mm-hmm.
They should have given her a similar type of run where, like, literally, like people were afraid to do it. And don't get me wrong, when Julia debuted and fought against Chelsea, that was a great match. When they fought a second time and Chelsea won a U.S. title, I was pissed about that, but I understood Julia was still figuring out her place and they just couldn't figure out a writing for her. I mean, it was crap, but I understand.
Yeah. Liv's birthday's tomorrow. Yep.
So I'm not going to say Liv is mid. What I will say is that she has the general skill set of every woman in the current roster. They're just writing her like who's it? They're writing her like what's Brock's wife's name?
Sable.
Yeah, they're basically writing her like Sable at this point.
I
mean, they just are. Like, I mean, she's a good wrestler. They're turning her into like she's like 50% valet, 50% wrestler.
Okay,
I don't think it's her fault because I like Liv.
Mm-hmm.
I like Liv. I think she can be a good foil for Julia. I think she would make a good foil for Julia. But I think the problem is that they're not bringing any gravitas to either one of those characters.
That's the problem. And like Justin saying, he's saying that, the only competitor they have for Liv for that title is only Stephanie. They're not really building any other talent. So he's saying that they should make back to one title, one roster.
Yeah, and right now, if I could tell you right now, you know who they're trying to put in that place? They're trying to put Sol Ruka there.
Yeah, you're right. Because the way how they're forcing it, like it I don't know if it was a great
and it's not Sol Ruka's fault.
I don't blame her. No, I'm with you 100%.
The problem is she's just doing what they give her. The problem is, and don't get me wrong, Becky Lynch is helping her out by 1,000%.
You know, when you brought that up, Becky has put over talent ever since she's won that Intercontinental.
Yeah, and because she knows that the only way for her to be huge is to have real opponents with real weight behind them.
Yeah,
because she can't just be beating ham and eggers and think that's going to make her a champion.
Yeah.
Or make her look like a champion, I should say. Becky's a solid athlete who knows how to stay a solid athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the things I enjoy about her.
I like what Keith's saying here. Cody becoming a corporate heel is what I want. So what do you think?
I don't know if Cody can pull. Well, no, because he has done a heel. I don't know if he can pull off a corporate heel though, because like that's a I don't, like I said, I would need to see what it looks like, because for something like that, I would definitely give Cody a fair shot and try to pay attention to it, because honestly, sorry about that, guys. But honestly, because Cody has been playing like the American Nightmare, son of Dusty Rhodes legacy for so long, even when he was on the indie circuit, that honestly, I don't know if he could sell it. That's like trying to ask Dusty to be a heel.
That's true. You know what that kind of reminds me, like exactly what you're saying. It's kind of like how when they brought in Vikingo, when they signed him to AAA, and when they gave him the belt the first time, one under the WWE banner at the time. So with the beginning of it, you see the crowd, the Mexican audience were not with it, because and that's how he eventually turned heel, became a corporate heel for AAA on that side. So could Cody do the same? Maybe. Would it work? Not really. I don't think it would work. I just don't see it happening for Cody, because didn't know how you said, he feuded also with the corporate, for this year's WrestleMania, He threw like him and Punk threw promos against the corporate TKO, lower the ticket prices, all that stuff. So
truth be told, I can see him becoming what I refer to as the Dark Jedi heel, the Anakin heel. Like he's supposed to be the chosen one, but then all of a sudden it's like you all disappointed me, and I'm tired of fighting for your appreciation. Screw all of y'all. And then he becomes officially the American Nightmare.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, that's where I see.
He wants to know your opinion about Sammy turning heel.
So after that was Cody, that's basically Cody. Like Cody needs to become Anakin Skywalker basically for his heel turn.
Love it.
Sammy, here's the problem. Here's the thing with Sammy's really friggin' smart. So he's really trying to kind of like come up with a nuanced type of heel. And right now, I don't see it yet because I haven't seen him actually get into a rivalry proper. But I will say the fact that he is being a kind of a thorn in Cody's side because he's mad about Cody's entitled behavior. I like that. Like that's some real stuff that people get mad about. That's some real stuff people can get mad about because it's kind of hard to be mad at Sammy because he's right. Because if you think about it, everything Sammy says about Cody and the fact that Cody gets all these chances and Cody has sacrificed Sammy to get his championship, Sammy's right. So I don't know if it's so much as a heel turn or what I refer to as the Killmonger storyline, where it's like Killmonger was a terrible person doing terrible things, but did he have a valid point? Yes. Do he have coping mechanisms for it that was good? No. I kind of feel like that's what Sammy's trying to like slowly build on top of. Because I think, like I said, him being a thorn in Cody's side, I think is a really good thing. Do I believe that at some point we will get a triple threat between Finn, Sammy, and Cody at some point? Yes.
This is what Sammy reminds me of. He reminds me of this.
It should have been me. It should have been me.
Yeah, but I think Sammy's doing a better job of it than Dolph. No offense, Dolph.
Oh no, of course. I'm not knocking you. Like you're right, but I'm just saying that's what it reminds me of, like what
Nick
Nemeth did during that time.
I think he's taking that ball and running in a completely different direction because honestly, Sammy's really smart, and I've seen him work with some stuff that just makes no sense.
Let's see. Justin saying, still make no sense that for Brock to cost Oba. It would have been made sense if Oba would have had won the second time. Don going over for this pointless Judgment Day story is laughably bad.
I understand why they want Brock to do it because honestly, ESPN wants that shit to happen. They think Brock is a moneymaker. I mean, sexual pervert that he is or whatever predator he is, they still think he can make them money.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just can't see them all of a sudden caring about Finn after doing nothing for him for so long. They could start building it though, because SummerSlam is not until late August, right?
And honestly, they already are. They already are building it slowly. Because think about it, he left the Judgment Day. Everyone's excited about that. He went to SmackDown, and everybody's already excited for him going after Cody. Like I think they are slowly building him back up to where he was before. Like, do I think it'll be as effective? Only time will tell.
Exactly. I'm with you 100%. Let's see. At this point, I just see them playing it safe, and they always do, just going back to Rollins and Reigns. I do not want to see
that is a legitimate concern as well I have, because, like, I love Seth. I think Seth's storyline with the Vision needs to run all the way through. I do not think Roman needs to be introduced into it, because I think at this point, Seth's job is to put Braun over.
Yeah.
I think that's the only purpose this entire storyline has to exist.
Yeah.
And that does not need to be in the King of the Ring or Roman storyline. It needs to be about Seth getting Braun officially over, which Braun is pretty over already, but like I think this puts him in the same title picture as Seth, Roman, and all the rest, and Cody.
Down the line, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I just hope it doesn't happen, because it's like that's how, if they make Seth win this tournament and challenge Roman at SummerSlam, you're repeating something that was booked years ago, and it's just like this. I'm not gonna be excited for the 2-night event of SummerSlam. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be.
100%, I agree with you. 100%, I agree with you.
Oh man, let's see. Julia was baby up. We remember that. That's for
Yep.
sure. Alex said it gives it both sides of the fan base, the EO fans and the Julia fans, something to sink their teeth in.
It is. Like I said, I think what should happen, honestly, is that Julia needs to make her way to the championship by going through EO.
Yeah.
I think I don't think she needs to beat EO, but I do believe that she needs to have a hell of a run against EO.
Right. And I know when you stepped out for a bit, what I was saying is this, since Oscar left and kind of Oscar pretty much told EO, now you're the face of Japan. So now you can go ahead and run with it. And then Julia could get involved and be like, no, I'm the new face of Japan. Yeah. And they can start that feud between each other, like how you're saying, so for that, chasing for the title. Like that will be a great story for Julia to have with Io Sky.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but if the old man was in charge, he would have gone racial and made fun of the fact that Julia was Italian and Japanese.
Oh fuck yeah,
which isn't necessary, but there is a way to kind of play that up without being racist. That I think that they should play like something like you're not even 100% Japanese kind of thing or whatever. Something that's just very light, not something that MJF would say, "God help us all." But something that really kind of cements the actual animosity and the rivalry and the ego that you would want to see between the both of them. Because technically, if you think about it, Io is about what I think wrestling class. She's like 1 or 2 generations ahead of Julia.
I think 2.
Yeah,
I may be wrong, but I think
I think so too. So technically, having Julia go after Io could be a generational fight, like between old versus new.
Yeah,
old busted versus new fire or high fire.
Yeah.
So I think that's an option you can do.
Yeah. Main event, Kevin. Unfortunately,
main event. She got an ankle injury, and brother, they just forgot who she was. She has not been booked for a goddamn thing beyond main event. And I mean, it is a disappointment because she could be the resident women's monster.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. And Keith saying, so Phil, could you listen to a do a promo for 2 hours, or are you muting it for 20 seconds in?
I would treat it the same way I do a Nicki Minaj video. It's real sexy to look at, but I don't need the voice. I'll just put that shit on mute and just go, keep bouncing.
Just do me that.
Well, I'm just, I'm a terrible person. I truly apologize for that quote for anybody, but truth be told, yes, she did. She actually did. Becky did put over Lyra Valkyria.
Yes.
Because here's the thing: Lyra won the first couple of matches. Shit, Becky put over Jessica Carr. Did anybody know who Jessica Carr was?
Yes, she's wrestling at an Indian. She wrestled at an Indian event recently, and she's training to get back into the ring. But she's been doing that. But she's more like a ref. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Rev Carr and Becky.
But think about it: Jessica Carr. Nobody knew who the hell she was till she got into a fight with Becky online over some BS that was brilliant.
Let's see. Roman Reigns said, "Stale Cody boring 2026." It's an unfortunate, Kevin. We're gonna get into that right now. The last subject for let's see where Jordan Grayson. Well, Dragunov, I don't even know where the hell he is. They haven't even used him since he lost the belt.
I do have a funny story about Ilya Dragunov that's kind of hilarious.
I want to hear this.
So Ilya Dragunov, he had his US Open challenge, right?
Right. Yep.
They were according to Fightful. They were having people were complaining about wrestling Ilya because he plays too rough. Because technically, Ilya fights. He's I forget he's German, but he's basically British strong style.
Hell yeah, big time.
But the problem is that's how he wrestles, even on dark matches. And a lot of wrestlers didn't want to go up against him, so they literally took the belt from him, so that no one would have to fight him in that open challenge. And now they don't know what to do with him. Because truth be told, he needs to have a belt. Ilya Dragunov is a damn monster.
Give me a Dragunov and Benta match. I want to see that.
Exactly. He is Ilya Dragunov should be much higher on that roster, much more, because he's much more terrifying. I mean, I'm more scared of Ilya Dragunov than I am most of the men on that roster.
You know what, Pepsi Phil? You know what I would like to see? Give me Dragunov and Chad Gable.
Yeah. Like
Ooh.
that would be
Ooh.
amazing. That right there, and let's face it, the storyline they could build up for that and honestly, it could be for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Chad Gable or quote unquote Kurt Angle's son and Ilya Dragunov going for the U.S. title? I would bring in Kurt Angle just to give Chad a pep talk for that.
I love that idea. Fuck yeah! And now that he's on SmackDown, because he showed up on Friday, he's now officially on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for Chad that another man that doesn't give his credentials what he's done and what he did with the mask and with the Lucha Libre. He understood the culture, and look at him now.
He should be in the Hall of Fame just for surviving that Shorty G gimmick.
Oh, seriously.
He should be in the Hall of Fame for that alone. But no, Chad Gable, and I truly believe this, if he was taller, he would be in the main event scene. And I don't think that height makes a goddamn bit of difference, but I think in WWE it does. Because truth be told, in any other promotion, Chad Gable's world champion. And at least
absolutely.
Chad Gable's a world fucking champion. Like, that dude is great. Like I said, I'm as far as I'm concerned, American Alpha is still one of my favorite tag teams in NXT.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I know what happened to him, and I'm sorry for our buddy. I'm glad he's in pre-producing now and booking shows. But truth be told, the way Chad Gable has rised up from all of that, the way he took a nothing gimmick like the mask and made that literally the longest running storyline parallel to the Bloodline, that honestly was way more interesting than the Bloodline storyline at a certain point.
Big time, especially like. I said this before too. When for the watch party like a week ago, when I said that after I said didn't put this. He quoted this. It was a happy accident meant for both of these guys. Yeah. If it wasn't for Chad getting injured and Ludwig took over, we would probably not see Ludwig in this roster right now.
But here's the thing: that storyline, that's wrestling. That's what pro wrestling's all about.
Yep.
They take an opportunity that theoretically should not have been anything.
Right.
Literally make and like they said, and what's to say? Making chicken shit. Make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And whatever it is, they found a way to make it better than it was. Because honestly, with all due respect to Ludwig, they just threw him a nothing gimmick. They just said, just make up for Chad. And if someone says anything about it, you're Chad.
Yeah,
because I remember the jokes that came out going, you seem a lot thinner than you were before.
And taller.
Yeah.
But the one thing I give Ludwig, the thing is too, Pepsi Field, this man can speak 5 different languages. Yeah. So he took he knew Spanish already, but the thing that he took more the initiative is learning the dialects there, like the ghetto side of like learning the culture, staying out there and understood now a conversation that he was able to have.
But then again, that's pro wrestling. That's getting himself over. He knew what he needed to do in Mexico to get over. That and the fact that Ludwig's just a really smart dude.
I love that, man.
I mean, because honestly, I don't know how you break up with Tiffany Stratton and then bag a hotter chick than Tiffany Stratton. No offense, Tiffany. With all due respect, ma'am. All due respect. That glow up on that man is everybody talk about Dom Mysterio. The glow up on Ludwig Kaiser is unheard of.
Absolutely.
But going back to the storyline though, Ludwig Kaiser was hella smart. He knew exactly how to work the crowd. He knew exactly how to study the culture. Obviously he's a fan of Mexican wrestling and lucha wrestling. So he knew how to actually make it work. And I respect the shit out of both of him, Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser, the ability to actually take something that people underestimated and thought it'd be like a nothing gimmick and make it literally have it culminate in literally one of the perhaps wrestling matches of the year.
Big time, 100%. Keith saying yes. Cody getting his Darth Vader arc is exactly what I want.
Yeah, I think so too. I think at this point, he needs to be the golden boy who falls from grace.
Kevin saying here, don't be surprised if Braun Breaker costs Seth the tournament.
I think that's exactly what should happen.
Maybe so. Let's see. Joe Henry is now Elias because they have been used him. Yeah. Justin saying feels like the feud with the division is over after Monday's match. They're moving Braun into the tag role and moving Seth onto Roman.
I hope that's not what's happening.
I hope not either. Bronson, Oh yeah, Bronson's going to be back soon because good for him that he's okay because he had a car accident too. And I'm glad he's okay. So let's see, teacher versus student. Okay, so let's see. I don't need the voice. Let's see.
So Justin understands my theory.
Let's see. I think we all think of it and do the same thing with the mute button. Yep, I think we all do that the same.
And it's not even Liv's fault. It's just they give her storylines that were great in 1991 with Deborah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Good call on that.
She needs to have a storyline that's her. She is if I am not mistaken, a New Jersey girl who pretty much used to stealing people's men and getting what she want as a little princess, who pretty much is that girl that we all go, she's my red flag, but I'm still going to date her. That's who Liv Morgan needs to be. She needs to be every guy's red flag who, no matter what happens, we still choosing the red flag. That's what, all due respect to Liv, like she's a great wrestler, but she needs to be that kind of character.
I forgot about that. What Justin bringing up too. He's like Elijah basically got watered down after the Brock Lesnar no sold him in the Rumble, which is still infuriates me. That's right, because Lesnar didn't sell for dragging off for shit on that Rumble.
Because I can tell you right now, that is the Rumble where Brock got taken out by LA Knight and Cody. And that wasn't a mistake, but that was the usual, like, how can I put this gently? Brock being lazy.
Yeah,
that's Brock being lazy, and he basically said, "Take me out this match." And I think leading up to that, I think Ilya got burned by it.
Let's see. Imagine duet Nicki Minaj and Alicia Edwards. No.
There is no part of me that wants to see that.
You think I'm frustrated seeing like Alicia Edwards when she's like, "You want to know something?" Yes. Well, I want you to know that you need to you shush it, girl, because that's annoying. Let's see, Liv being in a red flag princess would be amazing. Really?
Well, the thing is, it's not that she is that, but she can play that.
Yeah, she could.
She can play that because that's what she sort of did with Dom right before she stole him from Rhea. Like that character, like that character of guys like him don't like girls like you, they like women like me. Like that's where she was great at. Like that period was where Liv was at her best, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
And honestly, if I'm in a Judgment Day, I would literally make her just start treating everybody terribly because she's the princess and she's basically the leader of the Judgment Day at this point.
Okay.
So what's this next one?
We got for the last topic of the night. We got momentum. The momentum has fallen and risen for professional wrestling and for these products. What has been the fall for you, Pepsi Phil, for pro wrestling, and what has been the rise? So you can choose either products or however you like it.
WWE, the rise was Triple H taking over the entire company.
What is it?
And actually running creative. The fall was TKO and ESPN deals.
Yeah.
When because it became less about booking wrestling matches and booking which matches will make you the most money. Which, yes, I understand with wrestling, whoever fills the seats is. But they forgot the cornerstone of what pro wrestling is. Pro wrestling is not about making it a UFC event with tickets that cost somewhere about 5 to 6 digits. That has never been pro wrestling's thing because the people that love pro wrestling don't make that kind of money.
Okay.
Like having to take out a small mortgage to take your family to a wrestling match is insane. That
ridiculous, right?
That is a failure. And the fact that WWE got rid of house shows and then realized they need to bring back house shows is a perfect example of that. Because these guys, they do not get enough reps. They don't get enough exercise or stretches to literally test out their gimmicks, test out their style, and test out what will work. Like a lot of the gimmicks that we fell in love with, like The Godfather, all of that was born on house shows first.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have the audacity to expect someone to go from NXT to main roster, or they expect someone at NXT to get over in 6 months or they get cut, shows they don't understand how wrestling development works. That is a statement they made. They expect people to be good and ready for the main roster in 6 months, get themselves over in 6 months, and then go to the main roster and then be able to get themselves over in 6 months, even with the shitty creative that people give them.
So what would you help here for it to rise fully again? And actually, not only that, think about this too, that we have not seen. Like, it's gonna, or maybe the next one in line to be out of release, meaning Grayson Waller. What do you do with him? Where's he at? LA Knight, what the hell are they doing with him? It's like they're making him be the nosy guy of the bloodline and getting involved in like, oh, he's just talking. It's like they're not really putting him at par. Joe Hendry, we haven't seen much. The only thing is him singing Fire Logan Paul. Logan Paul got injured. Of course, he's out for the tricep, surgery. He's out for quite some time.
So that song's going to drop to 0 on Spotify. Because if that was built into a rivalry, it's gone. I think the only thing to really do, respectfully, is to literally tell TKO to fuck off. Exactly. Tell them you can count the checks that come in and just sit down and shut the hell up. Like, I'm getting tired of people hearing stories about TKO going, we need you to do this. I'm going, no, you don't. You need to sit down, shut up, and let us do what we do best and what we have done.
Yes.
That's what they need to fix their stuff. Like, do I think Triple H is the cause of where they are? Not 100%, but I do think because he has to listen to them, he's looking some terrible stuff. If I think he's like NXT Black and Gold is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
When he is left the fuck alone, he can make a hell of a franchise.
Yes.
And a hell of a brand. I mean, granted, obviously NXT Black and Gold and the Raw and SmackDown roster are a little bit different. But there was a period before the sale where it literally became one of the best wrestling moments. Because my favorite was, and this to this day, it was when Drew McIntyre was having this run, and the first thing he said is, I don't care about entertainment. It's time to wrestle.
Yes,
like it's time to fight. I don't remember the exact quote. But like that kind of thing was what they were great at. And that's what was great until the sale happened.
Yep, we all agree, Alex, right there. Like, Hunter, stand up for the business you love and stop being a lapdog.
Not in the corporate environment, you can't, because they can fire Triple H's ass in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, he's walking. I mean, do I blame him? Yes. Do I blame him 100% by himself? No.
No, it's a whole pyramid. I blame the whole thing.
It's a corporate entity, and he is beholden to the corporate side of it that makes him have to do everything.
Yeah, and like the sad part is that Mike Shapiro, for him, whatever his name is, if it's Mike Shapiro, whatever the fuck his name is, for him to say on an interview saying that, we control creative, he controls it, and he's the one who really, he's the guy that is trying to erase professional wrestling, the word wrestling, away from this product and make it more entertainment. And that guy needs to go. Him and Nick Khan needs to go. Both of them.
Because they honestly think that they think, and this is my personal hot take. I think what they're doing is they're trying to pretty much drop their entertainment, be able to like draw as much money, get WWE out of the red as much as they can in an effort to eventually sell the company to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I truly believe that's what they want to do. And I think right now they are still not solvent enough to be able to sell it. So that's why you get all these cuts, these deals, and quote unquote, why executives, however, are making these huge bonuses to make it more appealing to own the company. Because even if the company's not doing great, you can still bonus that's like 300% more than what you're making already.
Yeah.
So I think then, somebody go ahead.
No, go for it.
I think honestly at this point, Triple H's hands are tied, and he has no choice but to do it. And the problem, and what makes it hilarious, is that Stephanie apparently did not get the memo because she be letting shit slip all the goddamn time
on her show. I don't.
Yeah, first was the VP. First it was the VPN thing, which is hilarious, and then they asked her, and this is the one I never thought I saw coming. They asked her, "Did your daughter ever get into wrestling?" And she says, yeah, she got in the ring with Natty and someone else. I can't remember who it was.
I forgot. So someone else. I forgot.
Yeah, Natty. But then she goes, and then all the stuff happened with my dad, and she said no.
Yep. She did say that.
And that is something I swore, that is something they are never allowed to talk about.
She don't care. I think she's just like, I'm not part of the business anymore.
I mean, honestly, like for the most part, her money's pretty much already set. If they fire her, she on the beach in Maui just drinking mimosas and chilling. Like shit, she gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be fine. Oh yeah, Barry Monkey, what's up on Twitch? He's like, I want Johnny Gargano's job.
Bruh, who you telling, Barry? I'm with you. What's your job? I just lay in plank on WWE and they pay me money and I get free catering. Shit. I would love that job.
Alex said, Mike, we don't care. I don't care his name either.
Thank you, Alex.
Steven saying another thing downhill from all promotions is a tag team wrestling. Need more of it.
That's a thing that people don't understand. I mean, Steven did. But that's the thing a lot of fans don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling promotions, as great as they are, what makes them great are tag team matches. Mm-hmm. Having a tag team division, weirdly enough, is like the foundation for a lot of promotions because that's what works for them.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like I said, I'm not a wrestling insider, and I don't understand the phenomena. But if you're a wrestling company that does not have a significant and viable tag team division, you don't make it. Like you really, that's like not having. It's like they're one level above one level above mid cards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you need a main card, top guys, a tag team division, and a decently strong mid card. But because look at AEW, they lost. Remember those couple of years when they lost their tag teams and just stopped booking tag teams?
Yes,
with the shit in the handbasket.
And they rebuilt it.
And think about it. And remember, TNA was like, I'm not going to say TNA had fallen off, but TNA was not getting as much exposure as there was. But the reason why people love TNA was they had one of the greatest tag team divisions at one point.
Yes.
Agreed. Like literally, they didn't have a TV deal when they were shooting out of a studio, but they had one of the most amazing. If you do not have a good tag team division, your company will fail.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Especially with a TV deal.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm waiting for TNA to get. You know, they're still on. I mean, they got AMC right, but we'll see how AMC is going to deal with them. You know,
I'm not going to lie to you. When they went to AMC, I thought that was a terrible idea.
You still feel like that's a terrible idea?
Who the hell goes to AMC for a goddamn thing?
The only thing is they go for is what? Walking Dead. That's the only thing that's already in Breaking Bad.
Honestly,
I think.
AMC is literally people don't know AMC. AMC stands for American Movie Classics.
No, that's right.
What AMC stands for.
Yep.
It's like literally, if it's a movie that was made before 1960, it's gonna be on AMC.
That's true.
Like they had some good shows like The Preacher and all these other stuff and Walking Dead, like you said. But truth be told, those are one-off shows.
That's true. That's true.
So, and honestly, people went to those shows because they were great. TNA is not on the same level as Preacher and Walking Dead in regards to entertainment.
That's true. What TNA needs to do, I've been saying it, is they got to stop doing the recordings, like record 3 shows in one night because the fans are exhausted. They're tired. Yeah. They need to do more live shows.
And they start to feel exhausted when you look at them. And there are times I see people going, man, I ain't trying to cheer for this, man. I just saw this.
Exactly. It's just like, come on,
man. Everyone you mentioned literally are great wrestlers that are not being used.
No, they're not being used.
And I mean, they have enough people for a solid mid-card fight, like a solid mid-card scrap. Because once again, like the tag division, people underestimate the mid-card.
Yeah.
The mid-card has given, truth be told, the mid-card has given us greater wrestlers than some of the main card guys. Because if I think about it, my favorite wrestlers were all mid-carders. Not that they didn't deserve championships, but they just were relegated to the mid-card. I'll give you an example. Ricky Steamboat, Arn Anderson. Go into the more modern era stuff. At one point, the Dudley Boys were mid-card guys. They eventually kind of came up naturally. But think about it. At that point, the mid-card guys were the guys who made it easy for, like, I'm trying to think right now, right? Like, it's like guys like Sammy, going to AEW. Guys like Tommaso Ciampa, also a mid card guy, but not really, but just where he's kind of like starting right now. But that's where he's kind of been because that's where he left him. But he was a strong mid card guy. But honestly, at this point, he's starting to come up to the top guy status the way he's going.
Yeah,
but having those kind of guys who you can tap at any, like I said, let me start this over. A good mid card division means you can tap anybody to be a top guy. But because they've developed a fan base in the mid card, when they come up to the top guy status, they have a genuine shot to really get over because they're bringing their fans from the mid card era up. And a mid card fan does not love anything more than seeing their guy get a championship run. Because look at LA Knight. When he had a shot at Roman, all of his fans were like, yeah, this is going to be something. This is going to be something real.
Drop the fucking ball on that.
It didn't happen, but at the very least, it raised LA Knight's thing. Because think about it. After that, he ended up winning a rivalry with AJ Styles, which honestly was one of the fun and most terrifying rivalries I ever seen. LA Knight going to that man's house and getting arrested, him getting in the fight during a press conference, goddamn. They was all over the place in that crap.
You know what you mentioned right now about the mid card to get to that level. There's one person in the name that came to me besides the list that Steven said, and we just mentioned his name earlier. Chad Gable. I think he's done with the mid card. He needs to get on top. Like he needs to really get to that title.
Chad Gable's top guy money. He is top. He proved in AAA he is top guy money.
Oh yeah, I mean, you like how you said earlier, like give that man credit what he did with the gimmicks that he did with Shorty G, and the gimmick here was a Grande, and then prior to that, like I think it's his turn. I think it's now his turn. Think
about this: what would happen if he won the King of the Ring?
Oh man, like how you said, have him Kurt freaking leading him to that direction of that title. I wouldn't mind seeing him Cody.
Imagine if he won King of the Ring and went after Cody.
I wouldn't mind that. I would love that idea.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like something that Gable, I think, I'm hoping that, heck, I wouldn't even mind seeing a Gable and Gunther now that he's on SmackDown. I think it'd be a great SummerSlam match.
We already saw that. We already saw it, and that shit was amazing. Remember? And it was one of the greatest goddamn matches we have ever seen.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like a Gable representing America. Like, I would now begin booking, Chad Gable similar to Kurt Angle's booking as a face, but obviously his own style. Yeah, and but I mean, by next year, I think he'll be ready to be like a world champion.
Think about it this way: what if Chad, his storyline has him going through Seth, Gunther to get to Cody, and Randy Orton to get to Cody? You have him run that route in a storyline, and literally you go, Chad Gable's ready for the belt.
Yeah, I agree. Like that's a great booking right there.
If you want him to really be big, you got to give him the big dogs to fight. You need to give him a chance to like stand up and wrestle and promo with the big dogs. And those are the biggest ones you can use. Gunther, obviously already killer. Randy Orton, legend killer.
Yeah.
And so those two guys alone, just those two guys alone, if he just had those two, man deserves a title.
Yeah, 100%. I agree 100%. And we're going to talk about TNA too. Like, that's another thing too. So Macklin asked for his release. He's gone. We got Santana that by the end of July, his contract is up. We don't know if he's going to resign or not. So what is your take on this?
Rumor, I think Santana is going to go because I think he's been hedging his best to go to WWE. I think that's a mistake for him.
Big time,
personally, but I do trust him. But I'm gonna trust his decision on that because he knows it better than me. Steve Macklin is a game changer.
Yeah,
like it's weird. Like so he is one of those guys who can bounce between a top guy and a mid card to help people get over, and not to mention get storylines over.
Big time.
Steve Macklin's. He's a clutch player. He's unfortunately people don't see him as franchise, but he's legitimately franchise because he reminds me of a Shane, not Shane Black, but Shane
Shane Douglas.
Shane Douglas. He reminds me a lot.
There you go.
Douglas. He reminds me a lot of Shane Douglas.
Ooh, that's a good comparison. I never thought about that.
Like he's the heart and soul of TNA. Like, not because of, longevity is also a big part of it too, but Steve Macklin has been the heart and soul of this new era of TNA for a long time.
Mm.
So if he
That's a
asks
good
for his
point.
release, it's because TNA fumbled him. I don't see him going to AEW right now, but he might be next to Deanna.
That's what I was thinking too. He might end up going to Ring of Honor and just go over there be with his wife. Like,
And Ring of Honor is starting to come up. Like they got their TV deal coming up in 2027. My AEW is going to definitely air some of the Ring of Honor stuff.
They should.
Yeah. So truth be told, that would not be a bad place to land.
That's true. Good call on that. Good call on that. That's very true.
But like Steve Maclin has always been like a Shane Douglas type of guy. He's a smart dude, great on the mic, and literally he's just one of those guys who always comes in clutch when you need him.
Oh, I forgot about that. The TNA was on Destination America on the RB channel. I forgot about that.
Jesus Christ. That was
let's see.
I guess he ain't Fort in the Storm at that point.
Yeah. He's like, at least they ain't going to the Hallmark channel. So like
don't be so sure.
I hope not. What's up, Chris? What's going on? Let's see. Yo, what's going on, Randy? Oh, Randy, I'm Randy Orton. Whoa, thank you, Randy. Okay. Yo, who's Steve Maclin? He's in TNA. He's in
TNA, and he's honestly has been one of their game guys that like they need. Like if they need a good story, if you need a good rivalry, Steve Maclin's the guy. It's one of the things where like I know I said Shane Douglas, but he's also kind of like an Arn Anderson type who's like you put him anywhere, people get over.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Kill it. Go ahead.
Like not just Arn Anderson, but like he's also like Christopher Daniels. Like Christopher Daniels. Like, think about it. Christopher Daniels, truth be told, should have won a world championship, but his career trajectory took him in a way where he was pretty much a mentor to a lot of people. He helped a lot of guys get over, and he literally is an inspiration for a lot of wrestlers, which is kind of where Steve Maclin is. Steve Maclin is kind of that type of dude. And like I said, don't get me wrong, I love Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
To this day, the match in 2005 that he had with Samoa and AJ goes down as perhaps one of the greatest matches post Attitude Era.
That's to be honest with you, I feel like because of them is where I feel that McNugget decided to go ahead and bring back the Cruiserweight because of what TNA at that time was doing with that X division. And especially with them, like you mentioned those three names, I feel like that really elevated TNA to another level, and especially with the X division. And to give McNugget, what the hell is TNA? Like, what is this X division shit? Oh, like, oh, that's good shit. And bring back the Cruiserweights. So I'm pretty sure that's what Mr. McMahon, come look at this. And I'm like, what is this?
I mean, that's fine because he ended up killing the Cruiserweights as soon as they bought WCW. And he acts like it was a big deal that he brought him back. I'm like, you didn't bring him back. You did a shitty job of bringing him back, and the only reason you even did it was because Triple H did 205 Live, and you realized it could make you money.
Yeah,
if you don't screw over the division.
Oh, definitely. And shout out to you, Randy Orton. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. I know you want to take the title from Cody. You should be back, and hopefully you do, Randy. I hope you do because I want to see be at 15 time. That's what I want to see. It's absolutely. And then what about so Santana? Like you mentioned that, right? What I said last night, and I said I think on Thursday, because the thing is they want him to sign. He's going to go to the main roster. My concern is they're not going to use him very well at the main roster. I will have him go to NXT. Have him revive NXT. Like
no, because NXT is a training division. It's not a division for seasoned veterans. Every time they send someone down there, I will admit, a couple of weeks there is great. But truth be told, people go there for two reasons. Either they can't get booked well on the main roster, or they're pretty much just there to pass through. Santana is definitely ready for the main roster because, like he said, he has a good eye. He knows how to run it.
Yes,
but I don't think they'd appreciate it, and I think
that's my concern. Is exactly what you just said right now. Is my major concern that how they're gonna book him there, and I know he's a single dad, and I know he's doing a great thing, and him, why I say NXT, it benefits him there. Why? Because at least his travels would not be as much, be more time with family. Because he's able to go back and forth from Florida to New York, at least to go see, be with his family, which is kind of in the same.
That's the thing. He would have to move from New York to Florida.
That's another thing too.
Proven fact. Like he would have to move to Florida.
No, you're right. No, you're
and
right.
It would depend on if he wants to do that.
Right.
It's not. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it, but truth be told, I honestly, and this is me being a bit of a shit starter, I would send him back to AEW as a singles wrestler.
Yes or no? Because I wouldn't mind.
His thing though, you know who his first rivalry would be with?
Ortiz.
Eddie Kingston.
Oh, Kingston. Ooh.
Yeah, not Ortiz. Eddie Kingston.
Well, I know him and Ortiz, they don't talk no more. Like their relationships
like that storyline I don't think would work well, but I think him coming back and beefing with Eddie Ortiz would beat Eddie Ortiz. I'm sorry, Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston. I'm sorry. Eddie Kingston would be amazing. Think about it. 2 LAX dudes throwing down.
Yeah.
And then you got Ortiz in the back being completely like kind of fucked up because it's like it's his boy and his ex-boy, and like, what do I do? That drama writes its damn self.
Well, keep on healing, Randy. I'm wishing you the speedy recovery. Alex is saying, have him go to Progress or any other company that Nikki and her husband own so he could teach the younger people. Yeah, he could do that as well.
He could do that, yeah.
I'm coming back somewhere in June, from June to July to August. Okay. I'm excited to see you. Dango saying, Pepsi Phil.
Dango, what's up, brother?
Yes. Let's see. Steven saying, if Santana wants to spend more time with the daughter in New York, he may stay in TNA. They have more shows in the Northeast. Be the difficult for him to go NXT, staying in Florida for him though. So I mean, that's another thing there too. Phil, that's diabolical.
Yes, but tell the truth. You would want to watch it. That's the thing. The drama.
I would watch it.
The drama right there is already writes itself.
How about this? What about NXT? Have you been watching NXT now with Evil now being there and the way how he's getting,
I'm sorry, you mean Naraku?
Naraku, whatever the hell.
Naraku is a villain from the anime Inuyasha. I cannot take that man seriously.
Really? Okay. What about Mason Rook though?
I actually like him. He actually is kind of, I do enjoy him. There's something about him that is real. I understand why people like him. Like there is an energy about him that's pretty cool. As long as they don't fuck with it or try to like make him something he's not, and make him pretty much like, because he's basically, truth be told, he's like he's just like the working man's wrestler, which again is all you really need. That's the other thing about NXT. NXT has talent that are really good. And they have been showing me how great they all are.
Okay, so that's a rise for you, right? What has been the fall for them?
This is the fall for me. The fall for me is that they are not spending enough time in NXT to build themselves up. They are not being given enough time.
Yeah.
And I don't mean just like from NXT to the main roster. I mean TV time and storyline time on NXT.
Do you feel like because it's everywhere? Is that the reason kind of like you feel that way? Because it's like you're at one hand they're here, this story, then the following week they're like in a different story. What happened to this story? Why are is it
I think it's a TKO paradigm. TKO says that when they're in NXT, they got 6 months to get them. And this is not me saying it, and this is not a dirt sheet. This is Stephanie saying it. Stephanie said this on the podcast. It's like these guys have 6 months in NXT to get themselves over, or they get cut.
Shit.
Yeah, wow. 6 months. And think about it. 9 times out of 10, the people they bring in are literally people who just got out of college. And now you're telling her, I think, like a seasoned veteran who's been in the business for at least 5 years.
Well, you're right.
I think that right there is what's holding NXT back. These kids are not getting enough time to develop. I don't know what kind of house shows they do, if any.
They do house shows, actually. Yeah. They do house shows, and that's how they get built up and they get over.
They get the skill set, but they don't get like the actual like TV ring promo time they want to get because again, they don't have enough and this is based on what they said. Maybe they've changed it or altered it, but from what I'm hearing, it's like they got 6 months, maybe a year to get themselves over.
Yeah, I would understand a year, but I still feel like it should be longer because how you were saying, how do you expect that if you don't really give them the time on television?
Yeah, I mean,
that's the problem.
I'd give them a year to 18 months to not get over, to understand what it takes to get over.
Okay, let me ask you this: what talent in NXT are you eyeing that could get over, or who needs to get more over right now, currently? That you're seeing the program that you're watching, like, wait a minute, okay, this person could get up.
I'll be honest, they're still so raw. What's his name? He comes in as the Russian dude. He used to be Tony D.
Tony Angelo,
Tony Angelo, I think, can come up to the main roster right now.
Okay. What about Tatum Paxley? What about her?
Tatum Paxley is that level.
Okay.
But it's weird because it's not her. It is not her because I think she could definitely be a main carder on the Raw. It's weird because they are not writing her that way.
No.
They're really writing her honestly as like they're infantilizing her. I don't know I'm saying that's terrible. They're basically writing her like she's some kind of dough-faced baby girl, like whatever. Like they're infantilizing her character. And I like the fact that she's with whatever what's his name, Toothless Boy.
With Shiloh Hill.
Yeah, I like her with Shiloh Hill because they have a really good chemistry together. But the problem is that they're still infantilizing her to the point where no one really takes her seriously. Like no one takes her seriously.
Okay.
Even when she was going for the world title, no one like looked at her and went, "Oh, she could be a problem."
I see what you mean. I think that's probably what's missing. I feel this. Maybe you're right. Is she's missing possibly that seriousness?
Yeah.
Other than that, it's great.
No, I don't think it's her fault.
No, I'm not saying her. I'm not saying.
I think it's booking fault. They will not let her get serious.
Yeah, that's what exactly. Amen.
Because here's the thing: they did the same shit to Chemical X faction, like with Shotzi.
Kelly.
Gigi Dolan, and the three of them. That faction was probably the most fun faction they had, and out of nowhere, like the Hurt Business, they got rid of them for no reason.
They released them.
Exactly. And the thing is, they had the energy, they had the seriousness, and they had a legitimate following. And the creator was like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, then you need to get fired.
What about Zarya? How do you feel about Zarya?
She's starting to get there. Now that she broke away from Sol Ruka, she's they're starting to give her a personality.
Okay.
I like the monster gimmick she has. Do I think she's ready for the main roster? Honestly, if she comes up too, she better go on Raw because SmackDown's way too polluted right now with too many people.
Okay. And how about Kendall Gray? How you're seeing her momentum growing?
I'm not seeing anything.
You don't feel Kendall Gray?
No, I mean I think she's just NXT. She's NXT's finest. Yeah, but I don't see her on the main roster. Not because I don't think she's good. I just think she needs more time.
Okay, that I agree with.
I feel like she just found who she is. Like she just found out who she is. Like she's in the title picture. But the truth of the matter is like she still has not solidified a personality for me that I can actually say that that's her.
Right. How about Kalani Jordan?
I don't think they believe in her.
Really?
I don't think Kalani Jordan's money, and I have enjoyed every single thing she does, but I don't think they believe in her.
Wow. Okay. That's a hot take.
Yeah, that's a hot take. I don't think they believe in her because they've been giving her some shit storylines.
Yeah, that's true.
They've been giving her some terrible booking, and she's been helping a shitload of people get over, but she is not getting over.
How about Jada Parker?
Same story.
Same. They don't believe in her, huh?
They don't believe in her. And don't get me wrong, Jada has a huge following. We all do.
Hell yeah, she does.
But the problem is that after her, like, if you think about it, after her rivalry with Roxanne, she disappeared.
Well, yeah, that too, because not only that, if you notice, like, she has been, like, her shots at the titles at a PLEs loses all the fucking time. But on regular programming, she wins. That's where I feel like you're onto something when you said it, because like, it means they don't have no faith in her. And right now, when she's in the story with Natalia, I know Natty's going to put her over for sure. Yeah. And we're going to see that at Great American Bash. She's gonna get put over.
But the problem is, exactly. The problem is are they going to capitalize on that? That's the question. Because beating Natty or the low key legend, as it were, that's a stepping stone that literally that gets you over. That gets you over.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, and no offense to Natty, because at this point, the low key legend thing is a better gimmick she's ever had that I love. Like, I love that gimmick.
Oh, 100%. I'm so with you on that. Like, I like this gimmick.
Well, I'm not going to say it's better than anything she's ever done. I won't say just like of late, like the things that she, like the things redefining herself. I think that's one of the best ones right there.
I'll call it this. I don't call it redefining. I call it they're now letting her to do what she wants to do this time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she maybe wanted to do, to be that type of a wrestler.
But the fact that they barely let her do it on the main roster is bullshit.
Yeah, that's where I'm pissed off at. They don't let her do it at the main roster, but you let her do it like AEW.
Can you imagine her versus Becky?
I would like to. Wow.
Because they teased it a little bit, but didn't stop.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Let's see. Randy Orton said I could beat CM Punk's ass. I'll drink that tea. I drink that tea. Well, Chris, what's going on, Chris? He's saying hi.
Hey, Chris.
Let's see. Naraku, you mean Dave? I'll kick CM Punk's ass. I can RKO Joe Evans. Is New Day going to AEW? I believe we said that. Oh, Kofi, what's going on? We live, baby. Yes, we live. What's going on tonight? I've been watching because of the Knicks games. No, Chaotic Chaos will be later on tonight. Let's see. I'll come back. Why, please? All right, Randy. I got the Hood Cats watching AEW, like making sales. I'm a little crazy with wrestling. Definitely for everyone. Absolutely. I just sent her to the Death Riders like they did to with Ospreay.
I'm sorry. You mean when Ospreay was turned to the dark side? Yes.
Bear Monkey saying Parker has.
Can I just say the Ospreay Death Riders thing has literally given me some kind of unnerving joy. Because the first thing I said is Moxley done stole a perfectly good white man, and nobody said anything, including his wife. He literally steals Ospreay from the ring, and the next segment is his wife, Alex Windsor, and she don't say a goddamn thing about some man stealing her husband. He don't say a damn thing. I went, this is the type of drama I live for.
I forgot about that shit.
It was the best editing I have ever seen on a TV show. Going, we really gonna let that shit go? Nobody gonna say nothing?
I forgot all about that shit.
You out here with United Empire, and they all going, you see Will? No. Moxie out there in the back taking him like a sack of potatoes, not saying a damn thing. The Death Riders out here about to become a face turn in no time. And I'm sitting there going, how did we get here?
I love that. I forgot about like exactly how you said it, because I forgot that happened in Collision exactly. Like right after, like, why is she not worried about her man? Like, they just took your man.
But what makes it better is to solidify the fact that Will Ospreay is basically a Death Rider now. He invented a new move based on Death Rider's mentality. The Deathlock he has.
Oh, that's right.
That Deathlock is based on Death Rider stuff he's done. I mean, obviously, because of his injuries, he had to find some way to slow down what was happening to him, because he couldn't be doing the same stuff he did all the time. Like,
yeah, he can.
But so what does he do? He comes up with this storyline where he invents a new move, and didn't just introduce it, introduces a new storyline where at some point he, and I mean, Bakley will be able to talk about this more, where he will, by Wrestle Kingdom, and we both said it, he will be fighting Callum Newman for the IWGP Championship as a member of the Death Riders against the United Empire.
Mm-hmm.
That's, my friend, is storytelling.
That is storytelling.
With a Suso comedy, because Alex Windsor was like, fuck my husband, I got money to make. He can get himself out that bullshit himself.
Oh my God, I love that.
And don't get me wrong, I love Alex Windsor. She, like I said, she's amazing.
Oh, she is.
But like I said, it is still hilarious that she was like, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. When is my tag match? As a matter of fact, fuck Tekla while I'm at it. As y'all can probably tell, I have enjoyed the last few months of AEW because there's always at least one thing.
Talk about it, baby. Talk about the rise of it, baby. Talk about it.
Honestly, I don't know. At one point, it's just the booking and storytelling got better. And I can't put my finger on when that happened. Maybe it just took them a time. Or maybe honestly, are we talking about if you want to get to the point where the shift in mentality really happened, is probably when the CM Punk incident happened.
No, you know where I think I'll tell you where it started building. Mm-hmm. When they had that gap space before they even did Revolution. So remember, they didn't have that, no pay-per-views at that time, and they had time there to tell their stories and book them ahead of time for the following after that. So Revolution was by far the first best pay-per-view of 2026. Not until Double or Nothing, I think it went over that now.
But my argument wasn't so much like when the point was, but I'm trying to figure out the shift in mentality. Like the shift in mentality. Like I know Revolution is when we finally got to see the culmination of it.
Right.
But what in the AEW back office happened to them to have them go, this is what we need to do to get ahead? I
think Tony Khan started to listen. I think this time, I feel like he started listening, and I think he took the initiative to say, you know what, I don't need you to do it. I don't need you to do it. I'm going to do it now. So I think it's possible. I'm assuming, I may be wrong in my opinion.
See, I think it's the other way around.
You don't.
I think Tony went the Vince route, which like I would like to do all of this, and then listen, like you said, listen to his team. But instead of like being like micromanaging every single aspect of it, he's basically kind of like being like basically like an overhead guy and tells them what the bookers need to do, or producers, or whatever he calls them, to do, and build them out and goes, this is what you need to have a guys do. And then he sends them out. But I think he builds the outline for what he wants to see. And then the bookers basically enact his vision. Because I think downstream, that's how he works best. Because I think micromanaging everybody, and I don't know if he was micromanaging because I don't fucking know.
I don't feel like he was. I feel like he was too lenient, in my opinion, in a way, like in the beginning.
But I think you're right. I think he was trying to do everything at one point, and I think he was doing himself an injustice.
Yeah,
like I think he still has a good hands-on coach, but I think he's has a more of a like over-expansive look at it. So he sees the AEW vision from a holistic perspective. But when it gets down to like the small details and minutia, he leaves that to his booking guys who understand what he needs to happen.
Yeah, 100%. And let's see, Barry Monkey saying here, Parker has something for the crowd to chant. Big thing for getting over on the main roster.
That is true. They do love a chant.
Yep. He's like, I love it. After the Godfather bit Mox did. Yeah.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. I think again, Mox is another underrated dude.
Like he's going to be a great look. I think I said this before. I think you and I talked about this a little while back. Once he retires, that man is going to be that Pat Patterson for fucking Tony Khan.
I think so too. I think, like I said, it's weird because he does not talk much. Like when he does interviews, he does not like doing interviews or anything. But he will talk while wrestling till it's blue in the face.
Oh fuck yeah! Like that guy is gonna really help. Like I give hands to Moxie, man. He's telling stories here, and this is a story that like Keith could tell you because Keith and I we were watching the Collision. You were talking about the segment with Alex Rodrigo, right? But that segment If you like, it got me the chills for him to sit down with Will Ospreay and talking to him, and then lay himself on the floor and gave him the chair. Come on, do it. I'm trying to revive.
Like I said, that's the type of storytelling he's always wanted to do.
I love it.
So the other thing I will say, I think we need to talk about the glow up that being in Death Riders did, because Marina Shafir was an attractive woman. I don't know what the Death Riders did to her, but I'm looking at it going, oh my Lord in heaven, what the hell? Who is this creature that I literally would like to be put me in a chokehold?
Right?
Literally, I'm just like, you can choke me, ma'am. Legitimately, with all due respect, with consent and all respectability, feel free to choke me if you feel like it.
Oh my God.
I will thank you afterwards after I wake up from being unconscious.
Man, I could tell, like, I love how Marina looks now, even in ring wise too. Like, do you feel Death Riders are going to face here, or they're like? I think they're in the middle.
I think they're going between tween and face. Yeah, they're not going to be a full face team, but I think there will be tweeners. But back to Marina, it's weird because this, like, being a part of the race, she became this like dark like knight, and like initially she was slow. They were slow rolling her out, but now she be in the mix, be messing up people. She be taking chops from her husband. Dropping the shit out of her husband. God damn. She tried to fuck with Mark Davis. I mean, that didn't work out for her, but she tried.
Oh, she tried. She tried. I remember that.
But the thing is, though, but the most important factor is that she is fun to watch. She's
big time.
She is hella scary, though. Not going.
I'll be scared. Man, ask Roddy. I don't know how he. I wonder if Roddy even does that.
Maybe Roddy like that. I don't know. Maybe Roddy like that. I don't know.
Boy, do you picture Roddy already yelling, Marina? Like a house? Like, I don't know if he can do. Maybe so. I have no idea.
He's right. So, but like I said, but the thing is that Mox is doing, if you think about it, and this is saying something, he literally put over Ospreay's new gimmick.
I love it.
With only one match they had. Think about it. They only had one. Well, maybe actually they had three, but still. But think about it.
The last one,
one storyline, and literally Ospreay changes his entire moves, and he's still a little high flyer, but he's a little bit slower. And I don't mean slow in the sense that he can't move quickly, but like he's more deliberate, more controlled, and it's not as much as like the high flying stuff, but definitely the exciting stuff to see. And in that moment, people who might have wanted the old high flyer, all of a sudden they're in on this new look and gimmick by him. Like literally.
Doesn't it remind you when he first started to be that type of, when he was introducing United Empire, he became that heel, like very aggressive and back in New Japan days. That's what it reminded me of. And that's what Moxley's doing. He's trying to revive that. However, we're forgetting one person in this situation. And that is what we saw backstage between Kenny Omega is where you're forgetting Kenny Omega.
See, I think Kenny is starting to wean himself off the company because I think he's ready to retire soon. Because let's face it, Kenny has done everything. Like Kenny has literally done everything. And truth be told, I know he was sticking with AEW because he wanted to help it get over. I think now that it's over, I think Kenny's starting to think about retiring. Not that you
really think so?
Not that I think he has to, but I think when you've done everything you can possibly do, you have trained some of the best people to come into wrestling via Japan.
Okay.
And he has won, and literally at one point he had 8 belts from around the world.
Oh, that's true.
Including the AEW title. That man literally doesn't have anything else to prove.
Okay. This is where I'm gonna rise with you on AEW. This is what I'm gonna bring up because that promo when it was Moxley and Kenny and Will Ospreay, right? You see what Moxley's doing with Ospreay, reviving that aggressive of Will Ospreay. It's going the same for Omega. So I'm picturing here Omega eventually. This is my fantasy booking where I feel that All In should be Omega and Will Ospreay. Omega should be the champion. He should be the one.
I do not argue. I do not disagree with that. I think that's a brilliant idea. Because I think if you want to solidify Will Ospreay's final nail in him becoming one of the greatest champions of AEW, he got to be Kenny.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be Kenny because you know what it feels to me. I don't know if you feel it. I feel like Omega's gonna eventually go to the Moxie route of what? Hey, you know what? You help Ospreay to that level, and now I need that same rhythm back again.
I don't think that's going to be. I think Kenny's going to do one of the usual. I think I agree. I understand what you're saying, and that does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to go to Moxley for it.
No,
I think it's going to be a situation where you are right. He's going to need that mindset. I'm not sure they're going to bring anybody in for it. I think Kenny's going to pull I'm going to talk to myself in the mirror to get myself hype to go against someone against Will Ospreay. And I think that is when he finally hands off the torch and then walks off into the sunset.
What a perfect ending right there. That chapter exactly at all in with Ospreay.
Now the good thing is that when that happens, that also leads the way to the one thing I've been waiting to see, and it's something for real. Will Ospreay versus Swerve.
Oh, we're gonna see that.
I want to see the new Ospreay versus this new Swerve.
It's gonna refresh their match from last year's Dynasty, where we're gonna have it at Forbidden Door this year for the finals. It's gonna be amazing. And remember too, like we're gonna see a refresh Will Ospreay. I mean, refresh, Swerve too. Like the way his physique, his match with Bandito and Double or Nothing was amazing. Tell me that match was not
that show the mic check was amazing.
Oh,
I was like, God, did he just step on that man's shoulder to kick him in the head?
Yeah, right. I was like, that reminds me like his PWG era, like it's just like his indies, that's what it reminisced to me of that match with him and Bandito. And
I do appreciate the fact that even though Swerve is not in the title picture, he has not dropped down into like a mid-card status. He is still dangerous and the most dangerous man in wrestling. I am really annoyed that Kevin Knight went to the Don Callis family, because I feel like they could have really had something between Kevin Knight and Swerve.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's a match or some type of alliance of some type, but Kevin Knight and Swerve, I think, would work well. Because I remember someone reminded me about Kevin Knight that I don't think anyone remembers. Y'all remember who trained Kevin Knight?
Oh, shit.
A motherfucker who been on Demon Time since day one is Shibata.
Yeah, Shibata. That's true. There you go.
Shibata trained Kevin Knight.
Yeah, he did.
So when they turned heel, I'm like, why are you surprised? The man was trained by the devil himself. Soon as he started talking bullshit about Kevin Two Belts, I knew he was going evil.
Oh, man. But, now that he joined the Donald Callis family, so I still, I'm
worried about him getting buried.
I don't think in a way, I
don't think he will, but I feel it does affect him, because then it's like he becomes a little bit beholden to the thing. But I like the fact that he would be his own man by himself, because like I said, I wanted him to see him beat up Speedball. I'm sorry, Speedball, but I didn't want him do it with the Don Callis family. I mean, honestly, beating up Speedball is like beating up a Smurf. You need to be ashamed of yourself. That is Canada's finest.
So sad. That's fucked up. The way you
I'm sitting there going, Speedball, great ass wrestler. You out here disrespecting your boy like that. Damn, Kevin, what the hell wrong with you?
Oh, Bagel with the 199. Appreciate you, my brother. Do you think Omega's last year full time this year? Like, is his last year wrestling? I think it is.
I think it might be, or at least if not this year, definitely next year.
Yeah, but if it's not this year, let's say at World's End.
He's pretty much already in his 20s in regards to the number of years he's been wrestling, if not longer. He may be 25 at this point.
You think so already? He's been in the business 25 years already, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit, I don't even know how old is he. What
I gotta look up. I'll look it up and say, unless someone in the chat happens to know, feel free to correct me.
Yeah, let's see. Tom saying, I think Uno is really creative with comedy wrestling. Not too long ago, a team of nonsense wrestling against the Invisible Man and Invisible Man. Yeah, I know he has his own promotion, his mystery wrestling. I'm happy for him that he's doing that. Yeah. And see, he's saying, I'm down for a Knight and Swerve match.
I am too, but honestly, there's no point in it because both of them are heels. But but if they met in the Owen, that'd be great.
Oh yeah. And Bagel with the $9.99. Appreciate you. Good. Crisp super chat Lander. I kind of want Hangman to feud with Swerve because there's a story you can tell. The only version of Paige that can beat Swerve is the version that Hangman doesn't want to be ever again.
I mean, we've already seen Hangman versus Swerve. So,
but I get what Bagel's saying though. But
yeah,
because babyface Hangman was never beaten Swerve. That's true.
That is true.
That is true. That is there. But you know what I think though, Bagel? I think it's gonna be Hangman and MJF at All In. If they don't need to have the belt,
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be the belt. I think I think MJF should drop the belt to Omega, and let's just say Hangman causes that, and then let's say
no.
Oh, you think it should be just clean? I
honestly, this is my booking for it.
Okay, how would you book it?
Ospreay wins the Owen.
Okay.
Fights MJF, wins the belt. Kenny comes out and says, "I'm next." And then we get the Kenny, I need to get ready because like the storyline leading up to it, Kenny keeps coming up short.
Not so you don't want Kenny to be the champion to defend it at all? No, you have to be a challenger for it?
Yeah, I think Ospreay needs to be the champion and prove he deserves to be champion by beating the greatest in AEW history.
Okay, I like that.
Because getting the belt, honestly, getting the belt's easy.
Okay,
but keeping the belt is the real test of a champion in any promotion.
Okay, that's fair. That's true.
You're like right. I said, MJF held that shit for so long, held 3 times, but and every time he won and kept it against someone, he came out looking better than before.
Yeah, very true. Let's see, and then he's saying there might not be a point in the night and Swerve match, but it's prerogative. It gets people.
No, it is. No, 100%. It would be great to see those two go at it.
Let's see. Shout out give for 199.
I do believe that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he will be.
He already is. He brought it.
Konosuke. He brought it Konosuke.
Yeah. So he, like I said, he already has a history of doing it already, and the number of people he's trained in Japan who they don't talk about. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a great job in New Japan, and I'm so happy for Shota. I'm happy for Shota over there. I'm even happy for Yo. Yo actually, by the way, won the best Super Juniors. Congratulations. There's a lot of people out there right now that the young lions are becoming now themselves. I'm so happy for them. Konosuke is another one. I feel like this is going to be his year. You know what I think we're gonna get at All In? I think we're getting a triple threat. We're gonna get Kyle, Okada, and Konosuke for that
What I am worried about is with the new shift in priorities with New Japan. How does that affect Takeshita's contracts?
That's a good question. That's a very good question because he has to obligate that contract. He has to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long he signed, right? Because do you remember how long he signed for? Because I don't remember.
No, I don't know. Like I said, that's going to be a huge shift for him. Especially if New Japan's cutting ties with AEW.
See, Bagel saying that again with the 49. Thank you, brother. MJF is getting close to surpassing Mox for most days holding the belt. I wonder if this reign end or sorry, I misread it. My apologies. But I don't know. I
don't think timing works. I don't think timing is important with MJF and timing.
I don't think so either. Does he need the belt? Really? Not really.
No, well, it's less about that and more about the fact that the thing MJF does for the belt is he adds gravitas. And if you think about it, every run he's had with that belt has been impressive. It's just an impressive run. Because literally, think about it. If he beats you, it's usually because you had a great match with him. If you beat him, it proves you're ready for the next level. Even when he had he fought Kevin Knight at one point, didn't he? No,
he did. Yeah, no, he did. Remember, he was going with that gimmick, him losing ever since he lost to Bill Darby, and then he lost to quickly to Kevin Knight.
But if you think about it, Kevin Knight came out looking like a damn star in that match.
Yes,
and that's because MJF put him in a position, and I think that's what makes MJF's one of AEW's greatest champions.
Yeah. Agreed,
Like
100%.
at this point, I'll say Mox was great, but truth be told, I would put MJF over Mox as AEW's greatest world champion. Not because I think Mox was not doing a good job, but that MJF's impact is so visible every time he has that title reign and everyone he fights, where they get better and get brought up to his level. No matter if they win or lose, I think that's what makes you like Flair had it, Dusty had it.
True.
Like
100%.
those guys, even when they won, it was like the other guy ended up looking like $1 million.
True. 100%. It's like how, keep saying, heck, MJF showed up in the match against Rusev as a Matador costume, and you see the crowd was going crazy for Rusev that day.
Yeah, I'm like I'm sitting here going, is he? And my first thought was, is that a little offensive? No, but that shit kind of worked for me. Like I wanted to say it was offensive, but it was so brilliant. I just couldn't say,
it was brilliant, man. He
that
pulled
was
it off.
So brilliant.
I love it. It was amazing what he
there
did.
was no malice beyond him just being petty, which I appreciate on so many levels. But like I said, back to AEW. So the rise was like the shift in pay-per-views when they realized they focused more on story.
Okay.
I don't see a fall in them because I think right now they're good. I think the only way that they would fail is if they stop listening to the fans.
Okay.
And stop understanding what wrestling is.
True.
Like the problem is that they're about as mainstream as WWE right now, but they are not giving away their wrestling roots.
100%. Agreed. 1,000%.
My favorite line was Kenny when he was dry snitching against WWE, because all he said was, "Our tickets are still $35."
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he was he was in the podcast with Ariel, right? You're talking about that show?
Yeah.
I love what he said, man. He represents pro wrestling. He understand. Like I said, he came up and think about it. He grew up in the Attitude Era and literally grew up in wrestling from there to the Ruthless Aggression to the New Japan years till now. The truth of the matter is that as long as they remember that WWE is wrestling. And not meant for just a money-making capitalist whore fest, then they will be fine. Like, obviously, they need to make money. Not going to argue that point at all. But when you start to sacrifice the wrestling for, quote-unquote, bringing in Lil Yachty or whoever the hell else you want to bring in, then I think you forget about what wrestling's for. Yep. And like everyone's saying here.
It is still a spectacle and it's still about entertainment, but at the same time, the key thing is the entertainment is the wrestling.
Exactly. And that's what AEW identifies. And that's why how they say, we bring the best wrestling for everybody to watch. Then exactly what you said. It's the word itself. It's wrestling. Is where I love how MJF really identified the sport and how he broke it down. And I like what he said. Him saying, I watch it. I see what they do, but through close to them. But I'm more worried. I'm not worried about them. I'm just worried for our company to get up there. That's where I'm at. And I love how he is. He's a great really guy.
He's the face of the company. That's what he's.
Yeah,
he's the face of the company.
Yep.
And like 100%. I said, Barry is 100% right. He is the biggest star not to be from WWE. But homegrown talent. Well, he is the biggest, but I would say he's the biggest, but not the most popular.
Because of his gimmick, of course.
Yeah, but I
don't remember that.
I don't remember. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Darby Allin is the most popular.
Yes.
And that's him. And honestly, he raised his cattle, like his stock went up when he was a champion.
Yes.
When he became, because he proved that he could be a champion. Which I'm not gonna lie, you guys have heard me say this, and I will admit to it. I didn't think Darby's ass was ready for it. I didn't think Darby could be built up. Darby did not look like he could take anybody out. And I did not believe in him. And then after the first match he had after beating MJF, I'm like, oh God, this kid's ready to go. And then I watched I watched him against Takeshita. And then I watched against Tommaso Ciampa, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a world champion I'm watching.
Brody King. His match with Brody King.
Yeah. So once again, I don't know shit about wrestling. I just know what I see. And what I saw in Darby Allin told me that yes, he may not be the most visible face of AEW, but he is damn sure the most popular face.
Absolutely. And
Even though MJF is rightly so the biggest name, but he's not. I think Darby Allin beats him for popularity.
Yeah, when it comes to that, yeah. And remember what I said? I remember. You remember when I said last time? Reason why I said he should have that belt because he identifies, like you. If I can do it, you could do it. And how you were mentioning right now, he's the face of, like, he proved that. And for him to what he did to be a fighting champion weekly and taking challenges. And
I gotta tell you, was the most traumatic thing for me because I'm like, Darby, you're gonna die.
Yeah. I think every match of that was weak. I was just like, oh my God.
I will say I'm pissed off at AEW because they gave me hope and I was pissed about it. When Mick Foley handed the torch to Darby Allin with the greatest speech I've heard, I'm like, Darby gonna win this shit.
I know.
Like, you son of a bitches. All of you. Fuck my heart. Literally. I hate all y'all. I mean, I wasn't mad because again, it was still a good match, and I think they set it up perfectly. But at the same time, I was like, "But my boy."
I know, man. But at least there was no interference. Let's see. Let me go with Keith's saying first. Let's see. Give me Oba versus MJ match. I don't know how it would happen, how it would make sense, but it would be so cool that seeing Oba beat up Logan Paul. I'm cool with them bringing different stars as little sprinkles on the ice cream, but keep them on the roll like it's one-off thing just for fun.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Bagel saying here, MJF ironically is Mr. AEW, considering his gimmick for the longest time was the guy who wanted to be in WWE. I don't think he never wanted to be, in my opinion.
I don't think so. I think he used that gimmick as part of AEW to quote unquote get the fans pissed.
Yep.
That's what he did. He did, which I think is what makes him smart. And like I said, I think Mr. AEW is a great name for him because he's not the heart and soul of it, but of this generation of wrestling, he's the guy.
Yeah.
Like like he'll tell himself he's a generational talent. He is.
Okay.
And like from the class that he comes from, and that's a good class, he's the guy they look at. Him and Darby. Because if you think about it, at one point, him and three other people were the four pillars, and only two of those pillars are still viable products.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks went to WWE. Sammy Guevara kind of like had some troubles. Got pushed down. The only two people, well, that's not true because Daniel Garcia is still working, but he's still, well, I don't think Daniel Garcia technically counted.
Could we say technically the four pillars was supposed to be is MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy, and Jack Perry. So those are the four pillars originally.
Yeah, originally.
So,
Jack Perry has gone a different way. Jack Perry is still a legitimate viable product, but he's kind of like
his match has been great though.
Yeah, he's been great, but he's still technically at a mid-card level, unfortunately. Not because I don't think he's a top guy, but I think the crowd, it's a little crowded at the top right now, and he's fighting his way through to get to back there.
He got it though. I think the match that really got to me, I don't know if you remember the match. It was like I think a month ago or less than that when he faced Mascara Dorada.
Yeah.
That match was amazing.
It's not like I said. It's not like the thing is. It's not like these guys don't have it in them.
Right.
I just think right now it's just a timing thing. It's it's just not Jack Perry's time. It was his time in a little bit when he got the belt. He became like the GOAT.
Yeah.
The Billy Goat. That was a great time for him because that helped him get from like being a relative newcomer and slow runner to like basically top of the mid card schedule.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if I want him to go against Tommaso Ciampa at some point.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think it'd be but you know what? I even like what Ciampa doing with Jericho. You saw he busted a WCW right there, the freaking list right there of Jericho's, and it's like I like what
the walls of Ciampa as they call it.
Yeah, for him to tell Tony Schiavone yesterday, say that I'm better than Chris Jericho. Say that, and then holding the right to the walls of Jericho.
But that's the like I said. That's like I don't know where this Ciampa was because goddamn,
this is Ring of Honor Ciampa.
Yeah, that's what that's what I tell a lot of people. This is Ring of Honor Ciampa. I don't know who NXT Black and Gold was a different Ciampa. It was a good Ciampa, but it was a different Ciampa. When he hit the main roster, God bless him, that was not Ciampa.
That's why you know how you mentioned earlier about Gargano leaving. I feel like he's going to be joining him alongside. You know, I would
think so too. I think so too. And honestly, Johnny Gargano is not a bad pickup.
No, it's a great pick.
That is like he would literally do great. Like honestly, until he get to the top guy level, he would literally make that. He would make that mid card awesome and hilarious to be.
I think that TNT belt will be amazing. Even doesn't matter what belt is. Even the national title, like I don't care. They were going to make it amazing. I feel like this. You know what? Even DIY, they get together as a tag team. Want to see them versus the Rascals or the Dogs. You know, it's right now. Like Tony Khan is playing it smart. Everything he's doing right now, he's fucking playing it smart. And especially with myaw.com, you know, we're talking about off air. That's going to be his network 2.0. That's what we're going to see.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. There's somewhere in the back of my head where I'm thinking, who is he talking to? Because if you listen to him, he be talking like old school guys in wrestling.
Yeah, like I'm wondering who he's talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The 199. Appreciate you, Vigo. The Hangman is no longer the main character of AEW.
Yeah,
not at the moment.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
that's how it's supposed to be. He came in. He was the main guy. He was a multiple belts guy. He got them over. After Jericho, he was the obvious choice to win the belt. And he literally like made AEW as popular as possible. But he, like I said, you can't be at the top all the time. You gotta build up other guys, and that's what Kenny did. And he went from just being like the guy to being the guy they go to help bring other people up.
Yep.
He's not the main guy, but let's face it, he has been the main guy for damn near 20 plus years.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm thinking he is fine handing off the torch to somebody else to carry it, because let's face it, he owns AEW with a partner with a lead with ownership.
Yep.
So he needs AEW to outlast him.
Yep. And Bagel here saying with another 199, Ciampa has been 50 years old for 6 years.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But but there's one more person that I wanted to mention before we close it here. This guy has gone over since he went back, and that is this man right.
Okay, how you know? How you know? How you know? How you know?
First of all, I don't think y'all understand how brilliant that entire segment was.
We want the shirt. I want the shirt now.
He only said 3 words, and in those 3 words said everything about the entire conversation. Literally, you're sitting there going, I don't know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying. And MJF is just getting pissed, and I'm sitting there going, bro, you don't understand intonation? It was such a brilliant piece of fiction right there. That was just like, whoever wrote that needs a goddamn raise.
Oh yeah, man. I know we're gonna get it. We're gonna get Andrade versus MJF for Grand Slam Mexico. When they're going to Mexico, that's gonna be the main event. Yeah. That's gonna happen. Let's see. And Bagel saying also, I know he's not new, but Mark Davis has had a breakout year. Yes, he has. His match has been amazing.
And he has literally set in a very crowded area mid card on his way to the top. He has stood out every single time. And I don't, like I said, don't get me wrong. Mark Davis is the most plain language name ever. Like, it ain't like El Dorado, it ain't El Phantasmo or nothing like that. Literally, Mark Davis just shows up and people start to fall down. Literally, like that's his superpower.
I could tell you that he revived his freaking, when he was in New Japan, he revived that Mark Davis, that Stan Hansen of New Japan. Like, he reminds me of that Stan Hansen. He's reviving that right now. Yeah. I love the shit. And I'm happy for Mark Davis that he's reviving that shit. That's
the one thing I want to talk about that I don't think people are starting to appreciate is this rivalry between Rock Hard and David Finlay.
You mean Slater from Saved by the Bell or Barry Horowitz? That fucking bullet.
but here's the thing. Now, if you look at, I know his talent was hilarious, but if you think about it, that's a fun storyline. Like the storyline that they're doing is hilarious. It's a little bit buried because there's so many other good storylines going on, but I don't think people appreciate the fact that they're doing a really good job of telling the story. And that the fact that man talk about, I'm gonna take your daddy shillelagh and shove it up your anus. I'm like, sir, don't bring his father into this. That is unnecessary. But yeah, so it's been,
I love it.
But yeah, and again, that first of all, that power driver may be simple, but it looks terrifying. I think people die every time he does it.
Oh my god, the way how he did it to fucking Ospreay was like, oh my god, I cringe. I'm scared for Ospreay. He's okay. Is he okay? Oh man, even when he did it to freaking Jack Perry, I was just like, shit. I was like, fuck. Is the ruler saying? I was really worried Mark Davis was going to get lost in the shuffle after Fletcher broke out of his own, but he locked in and made a hell of a singles guy out of himself as well. Yes, he did.
He did. Because I wasn't sure where he would fit in.
Oh, David Finley, all gas, no brakes with the shillelagh. Once Gabe Kidd comes back healthy, and I think we're going to see Finley do his own run. And I'm hoping for Jay White to make his return because this is the battle that I think we need to see.
I miss Jay White.
I miss Jay White too, man. We got to get that Finley and Jay White. It has to happen here.
Like I said, get better as quickly as you can with reasonable expedition. But I miss Jay White.
I miss him too. So I mean, we could basically say there's no fall for AEW right now.
Right
now it's a rise.
As long as they stay on their current trajectory and like start to treat the show like they are supposed to. Okay. I don't see them failing.
Now let me ask you this question. And I know we talked about the men so much, but we haven't talked about the women here though. So we are really getting Hazuki facing at the Monet. She get her comeback.
I gotta tell you, this women's division is the greatest wild card that AEW has in its hat. Right, literally. Bringing back Mercedes Moné, brilliant move. I hate the fact that it was because Willow went down.
Yeah.
But Willow, like that women's division, has some of the greatest characters on TV.
Yes.
Hecla is hilariously lovable, red flag though she may be. The Sisters of Sin, or whatever they're calling themselves, the Triangle of Terror. Or those three.
Triangle of Madness.
Thank you. Triangle of Madness. Those three are amazing. Yes. Harley Cameron, Mina Shirakawa, great characters.
Yes.
You bring in Mercedes, who's a great foil for everybody in there.
Mm-hmm.
And now it looks like they're bringing in some of the LO folks as well, and to be part of that. The fact that they're really going after Stardom. And really trying to form legitimate angry stories, and the fact that Tekla, who got fired from Stardom, is playing into that as part of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, right now, the women's division, which at one point NXT owned that title, and then TNA owned that title, AEW has taken over that title for probably the best women's division right now. Because let's face it, when Toni Storm had to take a break, we all thought that women's division was going to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And it has not. The Stat versus Shirakawa match, the street fight match they had in Philadelphia.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a hell of amazing. And I'll tell you this right now, and I said this too. Like, I love it. However, it's not going to top her and Willow's street fight. I don't think that will not top it.
But the real problem I have is that Tony needs to book more women matches.
Yeah.
Like I need at the very least, I need a minimum of at least 3 to 4. If you're going to do a 3-hour show, there better be 4 or 5 women matches. If it's only going to be 2 hours, at least give them 3.
Now, let me ask you this question, though. Who should win this tournament and face Tekla at All In for that championship? Should it be Athena or should it be Monet? That is the biggest question.
It can't be Monet, but I think money-wise, it has to be Monet.
And what about wrestling-wise? You don't think Athena has a chance?
I think Athena is the better match, but I think money and booking wise, Mercedes Moné, and don't get me wrong, Mercedes Moné is a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Like of late, her comeback, this most recent one, her matches are much better than it was before.
She gained some weight, by the way. I know she looks in better shape now.
She put some muscle on. She put some muscle on.
Yeah.
I don't think that Mercedes Moné is a bad call. I think it's a good call because she's a proven commodity. She's a franchise player.
Mm-hmm.
Tekla needs someone like that to fight.
Okay.
Athena already has a belt, so it does not really move the needle for me.
Okay.
Because, like, honestly, she's a Ring of Honor champion.
Mm-hmm.
Having her win means that she'll be the AEW and Ring of Honor champion.
Unless she drops the belt before, so she can head to All In, and that could be the case.
Exactly, which I do not see that happening because there's no one right now in Ring of Honor who could take that belt from her.
Well, actually, when I saw the last match,
from a storyline perspective, I mean, not
it should have been Billy Starks, in my opinion, because that's the only last option.
I mean, it should have been Billy Starks, especially after the pimp slap Athena put on her. Like that should be Billy Starks' run to actually become a face.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if they're going to have time to do it.
What is All In? All In is mid-July, right? Or
it's mid-July. It's closer to August.
Okay, so they are going to have a Super Card of Honor. I think. I mean, a pay-per-view coming. I mean, they already had their match pretty much. Billy Starks was part of that ladder match that they had, but I don't know who else in that roster currently.
That's what I mean.
I get what you're saying now.
And if you want, and right now having Athena as your champion is the best selling point for ROH. One of the best selling points, I should say.
Because I feel like Athena already proved herself in the Ring of Honor. She needs to be already in AEW. That's why I feel like
she does, but I think if you're keeping her there to help them get a TV deal, Athena's the best call for that.
Then that makes sense. Makes sense.
My thing is, though, if Mercedes Moné does go against Tekla, who's going to be the face?
Then you're going to have to put Moné as a face now. She's going to be a baby face now.
But she's not. In my opinion, I don't like her as a baby face. I like her.
Me neither.
I like her as the asshole.
Yeah, because she did it on Saturday. She went back and attacked Persephone, like when Persephone lost. So it's like I know that that was one of the last belts she lost, to Persephone, the female women's title. So that's why she got upset and went back and attacked her after her match with Azuki.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, it's like you can have Mercedes Tekla, which is your money match, but one of them has to be the face, and Tekla cannot be the face.
No, I don't think so. But something tells me that the audiences will probably will be thriving for Tekla to actually beat Moné and will be more on her side.
I think so too, but I think that's not gonna. Well, I think that should be interesting to see, but we'll see.
That's the only interesting that I could see here on this women's roster. And you're right, everything what you said about the women is there. It's just like here's one thing too I want to add. Besides that, the TBS title, Survival to the Fittest. I'm saying this right now. Give it a Harley Cameron. Let her fucking win it. I want her to win that TBS championship.
I think Harley Cameron's ready for it.
She's ready. I think she is ready. She deserves to have that title. She needs to be. She's proven herself. I'm with her winning. I'd rather have her win it. I don't know how they're gonna do it when they announce them. Like if it's a battle royal, I have no idea. But I'd rather have Harley Cameron win that belt, and it's gonna be amazing to see that.
I'm sorry, I made the mistake of reading the comment. That was unnecessary, sir. I'm trying to focus here.
What he said? Let's see. Yeah, but Boogie will win the matches and Cable.
Sir, I'm trying to do my job, man. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
The 5-way women's match, Double or Nothing, damn near gave me literally put me in Asaki's daughter. I mean, goddamn, man, there's like a French bakery in that motherfucker.
I love it. I mean, I guess we already talked about AAA, about their rise and fall. I mean, I don't think we touched New Japan. Did we touch New Japan about their rise and fall?
Honestly, I don't understand what's happening over there. I really don't.
No, the only thing I know is Newman is up there right now, and he is becoming a great face of the company.
Yeah, and like the talent is not the problem; it's the management that I'm concerned with.
So Tanahashi and the rest
not Tanahashi, but the guys above Tanahashi at this point. TBS,
okay.
and those guys. Like,
That's the major.
I don't know what that means for them, because at this point, when Tanahashi became head, that's their rise.
It was a rise, definitely.
That was the rise for them, because then he started putting hands on, brought Stardom in, made them more prominent, started making the young Lions more prominent in their matches, started bringing up mid-card talents to champion, like obvious mid-card guys to top-level guys, legitimately.
Yeah.
But the fall is, if they try to form a partnership with a Western company whose name shall not be named,
I hope not.
I feel like that would be to their detriment, because what makes them special is that they're nothing like WWE. They are a completely different brand.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I hope not. I hope it doesn't go to that route, because, it's a set example. Even Noah does more favors for them, what they did for NXT, than what NXT did for Noah.
Yeah.
And that sucks, because it's like, you send people to Japan. Look how Hank and Tank got so improvement. Look how Tavion Heights got improvement in his in-ring as well. And who else went up there to get improvement? Charlie Dempsey went up there to get some improvement better. We haven't seen them on television. I don't know what they had.
But here's the big thing about it. But truth be told, those guys you all mentioned, we did not see any matches in Japan with them.
No, we didn't.
We got a few YouTube clips here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But truth be told, they went to Japan, got made better, won matches, came back to America, and are not being used.
Yeah, and that's what I'm mentioning. One person too that I forgot that I don't think he's out there. He used to be part of the Calling. What's his freaking name? He feuded with Jasper Troy. He was referee for Jasper Troy and Carver. Yeah. I forgot his name.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, but he was out there and improved in his wrestling, and came back and they haven't done nothing to him ever since that feud that he had.
But if you think about it, Charlie Dempsey's the only one who got any kind of work after Tavion Heights did. Tavion did as well.
He did amazing on the N1. Tavion did a great job.
But then they stopped using him, like you said.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Anthony Menzel was saying, honestly believe the new company that just bought New Japan is going to cancel the partnership with the New Japan Stephen Mill and an partner to AAA, because
that is the rumor. That is indeed the rumor.
Yeah.
That is the rumor.
Yeah. I hope not. Financially and exposure-wise in the United States. To see Nico Vance. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. The problem with that, can you pull up that exposure comment again?
Okay, right here. Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, financially and exposure-wise. Here's the problem with that mentality. Not that this is towards Anthony, and not towards you, Anthony. I understand what you're saying. The problem with thinking about that is the fact that, like most partnerships, it becomes more of a merger, where their job is less to make your individuality stand out, and more like make you more homogeneous with what they want. Depending on the type of partnership they have, it'll be less about what makes New Japan special, and more like, we're going to send our guys to do well, and you guys will, quote unquote, start filming your stuff to look like ours.
I see what you mean. Interesting.
Yeah, then at that point, it's just like, why would I want to watch it then? Because, like, if I don't want to watch WWE, I'm not going to watch a company who's basically mirroring the shit they do.
That's a scary part, because there's not really what their way is. They're traditional. There's like
they've expanded beyond just the standard strong style stuff. But
of course,
but the Japanese fans are not really ready to watch WWE full time.
Yeah, they're not ready for that. I don't think they ever will be, because it's a different culture, a different aspect out there. Like
that's the concern I have, because the current partnerships they have feed into that. CMLL respects that. AEW respects that.
Yeah.
Do I think WWE respects that? No.
They don't.
And the only example I have, and like I said, since the old man left, it may be changed. But when Vince was in charge and wanted to do NXT Japan, he eventually took his ball and went home, because they were not buying what he was selling.
Yeah.
Like they were not interested in the version of wrestling that he was selling there. That is the one thing no one wants to talk about. Like they tried doing some type of NXT Japan system.
They tried,
and they ended up failing miserably.
Because remember, when they were trying to do that, that's when the unification came for all promotions. That's when they united. That's how it started. Because when they saw that happening, they're like, nope, screw this. That's how you know that they got in contact with Noah, Dragon Gate, DDT, Stardom, and Tokyo Joshi Pro. Hey, we need to get together and create our council. We're not allowing this because this is our culture. This is what we have.
Because they knew that NXT Japan was just an excuse for them to start poaching talent from other brands.
Exactly. And they did the right call, what they did, in my opinion. I feel like they did the right decision.
Which is why I think this TV Asahi deal is a terrible idea. But I guess it is. But
let's see, because the company that bought New Japan is basically Japan's version of. Oh,
TV Asahi is basically the biggest TV network.
Understood. Okay.
I know because I watch a lot of their TV shows through the satellite.
Okay. And let's see, they treated it like it was the ramen, just a different flavor. Like, oh, what's that shrimp ramen doing? Or oh, what's that beef ramen doing? Weird comparison, but the best I could do. No, you're good. You're good.
No, I think that makes sense. I think that does. That makes sense.
It makes sense. And Anthony's saying this is why I believe that TKO is going to expand NXT into Italy, Germany, and Europe, and for Asia in the Middle East is going to be India, and for the Japanese market is probably going to be Australia. Well, they already have New Zealand, as we know now, because what's his face has a school out there in New Zealand, so they already have New Zealand. Australia, they could do it, but they have their own things as well. But they're in Australia. It's so big. New Japan already has the success.
Like I said, I mean, Anthony's right. Like I think they're going to use Japan to expand WWE's influence into Asia and everything in between that. And I think that's what they're using it for. Like it's not necessarily enough to build up New Japan.
Right.
I think they're going to form a partnership and use New Japan to go, hey, can you get our guys into like this New Zealand company? If you can get these guys into this company. And I think that's what they're going to use it for.
It's almost the same with India because they haven't even done anything with India because the main agenda was supposed to. I don't know if they're going to continue where McNugget left off because his idea was to have NXT India and have Kali run it out there with his promotion. That was the whole original idea for India when they had a big market. Why they gave when they gave what's his face the belt.
I mean, honestly, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's a culture issue, not because I think Indians don't care about money. I just think that there's a certain point where like they just don't trust WWE motives.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100% with that,
especially with their talent. Because you can't say that they're not a fan of it. Because look, them fools be on MLP every other week. Like Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Like they do Maple Leaf Pro every time there's a pay-per-view with MLP, they are always on there representing culture and great wrestling.
I love it too.
So it's not a matter of I think it's because I think they do not trust the motives of WWE. And I think most promotions in certain companies are in the same boat. It's like, yeah, we'd like it, but what does that mean for us and our identity?
What do you think? Why Scott D'Amore is more like lean more with Tony Khan relationship when having his talent coming over instead of like Scott, TNA or NXT.
But Scott D'Amore is one of those guys who believes it's all wrestling. Like it's not just one way, one vision. It's like the more the merrier for like he sees wrestling as like gumbo with a bunch of like different types of flavors that make it work.
Right.
As WWE goes, you need to be like this.
Yeah. And let's see, Anthony saying, I believe they would rather expand in Asia into India because out of China, India is the biggest TV market in that region.
Absolutely correct. 100%. Anthony knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Like China, they can't get China's way too hard.
It's way too hard right now.
It's like it's a hard market. India is so open. Like if you do it right and you go in with an open heart and hands, you can definitely get the Indian market because they definitely do enjoy that kind of spectacle.
And I think they could succeed in that, in my opinion. I feel like they can succeed.
But the key is they need to respect the culture and recognize that there are certain things that WWE does that India does not do.
Exactly. And that is where I think that's what they need to look at in order for it to succeed in the especially if they're going to take that region. And
Yeah.
they, like Anthony made a good point, because they do have the biggest market out there.
Mhm.
So it's like, I got to see
And-
what they're going to do with that.
And I gotta tell you, this shit of like overcharging for shows, that shit doesn't sit in other countries well.
No, it does not.
And I mean, no offense to India, not everyone. If you're trying to take over the market, you can't be charging 3 to 4 digits for a seat in a country where the per capita rate, cash wise, is pretty much that is literally the price of someone's rent.
Right.
They are not going to put that at risk for you. I mean, yeah, you can get TV deals and everybody watch TV, but if you try to do a show there, no one's going to go.
Yep. That's very true. Let's see. And Anthony's saying, I find that Mick Foley is a hypocrite. As a fan of his, all of a sudden, he has his principles and standing the 10 toes down, leaving WWE when he was taking their money for the past few years. And let's see what else he said. When he knew the fact of that half of his colleagues and the people that he worked with in the attitude and specifically are MAGAs. I mean,
honestly, yeah, he did. Because here's the thing. He needed the money.
Yeah.
The man had a family to support, and he had a life to live, and he had to take care of his family. And unfortunately, at that time, think about it, WWE was the only game in town.
At the time, yes.
At the time, WWE was the only game in town. I do not fault him for taking time to figure out and then realize this is not where I want to be.
Yeah. Same.
Like I said, I give him, like I said, it's not, is it a perfect way to do it? No. But the man found what he needed to, decided, you know what? I am not so beholden to this company now because I got book deals, I got appearances, I make enough money that having WWE next to my name, I don't need.
Yeah.
And he still wanted to be a part of wrestling, and he joined another company. But he doesn't, like, at that time, and I know it may feel like a cop-out, but I genuinely believe it's like when it's the only game in town and you need to like provide for your family, that's like the man said, sometimes you got to eat shit until you get to a better place for your life and your family.
Absolutely. And he's saying, heck, even in the States, sometimes 3 ditches is too much money. I like to work as a janitor, not a CEO, but I'm pushing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. I mean, like I said, I was rounding out because I didn't understand the financial strength, but I do know there are some countries that literally like this, like going to a wrestling event is a treat for their family that they would prefer not to go bankrupt trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's Anthony saying, and also as a fan of his, to be honest, I feel it's a mistake for him to come back wrestling inside the ring because the man can barely walk. I don't want him to suffer the same feat as Sabu. I don't think he's gonna wrestle, in my opinion. He's just gonna be more.
He has said he wants to go back.
He shouldn't.
I mean,
if I were him, I'd stay
medically, they have said he can't go back. Remember when he tried to make a comeback before? Medical's like, no, you need to. Truth be told, this is what I heard him say. He said he'd like to come back, but he would make sure that there would be no headshots.
No.
And I'm sitting there going, Mick, have you seen an AEW match? Darby Allin walking down the stage, and he takes 20 headshots just trying to get to the ring.
Exactly, and you took a hit on those cojones from MJF on fucking Double or Nothing. This is like, he does not need to be in the ring though. He could be an ambassador.
I will tell you right now, that was probably one of the highlights of MJF career right there. Because as much as we can say we hate MJF, the one thing you can say about that man is he loves wrestling, and the respect he has for the guys that came before him is never in question.
Oh no. Let's see, Anthony saying, who basically got in the ring because he refused to retire, even though we knew that he is past his prime and he should have. Yeah, it's about Sabu.
Yeah.
I feel American sports in general has priced out everyday fans like us, guys that would rather cater to the corporate and sponsorship fans. That's why tickets are over 1,000. Well, yeah.
I mean, that is I may feel like a simplification, but that is basically a check by check problem with it.
Absolutely.
Where it's pretty much turned from less about the creative and more about the financial and how much we can squeeze out of people.
Yes. The worst thing AEW does is freaking needles in the mouth thing. I know.
First of all, AEW makes it hard. Sometimes AEW makes it hard for me to recommend them. Like goes, if I want to get into wrestling, WWE or AEW. I don't want to give them WWE because WWE is going to be boring. I'm afraid to give them AEW because if it's a pay-per-view, it's like, listen, if you hear something that says street match, undisclosed, no host barred, don't watch that match as a newbie. Just don't.
No,
Just
I
don't.
already did. What match were you introduced in AEW?
Anything that does not have Moxley, Swerve, Kenny, MJF I'll keep. Anyone that doesn't have them three people or any of them cats, no. Because literally at some point, if it's Moxley or whoever, if it's Kyle Fletcher, a screwdriver's coming out. If it's Moxley, a fork's coming out. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know if I can recommend this much. And that goes for men and women. It ain't just that. If it's sky blue, don't recommend that.
No, or Chris Statlander.
It'll be the greatest story ever told, but do not recommend it for a newbie.
Oh, not even Statlander either. How would I even put Statlander?
So it's like AEW make it hard to convince people they love wrestling because sometimes it's like, look, this is an extreme. Like honestly, I sent people the Stadium Stampede match recently.
Man, that was amazing. That was amazing.
And I went, this is hilarious. Like that's what I sent them. But I did not send them like the match between Christian and Edge versus FTR.
Oh no, I wouldn't have sent that. No.
I mean, was it a great match? Yes. Did Christian steal the show? Yes.
I love it.
Was it for newbies? No, it was not.
No, it's not for newbies for that to see that.
and then have that asshole go, I banged your mom. Come on, man. I'm trying to do something here and get 2 more fans. Why is he talking about their mother? It's a long story about dead daddies. I don't know.
Oh my God, man.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I
love it. Christian is a bitter old man that I love so much, especially like what happened on Dynamite.
There's another underrated guy right there that I don't think. I mean, I think people do, but honestly, that is another underrated guy that I think truly has made a name for himself and literally has been stand out 100% of the time he's ever done anything they've given him.
I think he made it himself when he moved to TNA and when it was that time NWA TNA won that. Yeah. And it started from there. And and then this gimmick, this heel gimmick, went to another level that I fucking adore so much because I love that what he's doing. That's the end of this thing. I made a joke when I saw the Rumble match in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, there's no way that stadium was up to the code. They passed permits, and I'm a Latino making this joke. I'm a Latino, también, hermano. I hear you.
I mean, I don't think they did either. To be honest with you, yeah, I don't think they still probably pissed about the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I think they are probably pissed because of that shit. And that's what Danhausen has done with his character, Pure Cinema. I know.
That's like I said. Honestly, he's the only reason I feel worth watching that show because Danhausen seems to make something out of nothing.
He's gonna be your next future, R-Truth. Once R-Truth already hangs it up, he's gonna take over that, and he's already doing that right now.
The fact that Danhausen and R-Truth has not had a program against each other is bullshit.
Waiting for that. I'm waiting for that to happen. That's what I'm waiting for.
All right, you want to wrap it up? Yeah,
you got it. All right.
Let's bring it home, brother. Let's bring it home. I feel like we've been rambling on, only probably because I got back and I'm excited to talk about shit because I've been watching wrestling with nobody to talk to.
Hey, man, it's been a minute, So you're like, hey, R-Truth, yeah, but he's amazing. That is for sure.
The fact that everyone thinks the Knicks made it to the finals because of Danhausen is crazy. Like there is literally a segment of population with because Danhausen cursed Cleveland. That's why they went to the championship. This is also a statement that got pissed off at Elmo for going, I hope both teams do well. And they are literally calling Elmo a traitor.
Hey, Anthony say, when I look at Maxwell, he reminds me of old school wrestler Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Yep. That's an old school name, but I think that's a legitimate one.
That's a legitimate one. Oh yes.
Honestly, he reminds me of a Harley Race.
He's a mix of all of them for me. Buddy Rogers. He's a mixture of all of that. Yeah. But folks, looks like it is about that time, folks. Again, everybody, we appreciate you all for joining us here for almost 3 hours. It's been a minute for us because we haven't gotten together like this. My brother Pepsi Phil and I, and we're happy that the flagship new season of the flagship show is back. And man, I can't wait for the this week coming up to see what we're going to discuss about. Well, just keep an eye on it. You make sure you subscribe so get the notification of when we'll be on during this week coming up for 276 and see what other discussions we're going to discuss about, and especially what's going on right now with the world of wrestling, what's happening on Raw tomorrow, NXT, and then Dynamite to see what we're heading to for Forbidden Door. We got Blockbuster happening this Wednesday, and we got Moxley versus Shane Taylor. I'm excited to see that match. I can't wait to see that. We got Brody King versus Swerve in the tournament. We got Sky Blue versus Saray. So there's a lot happening here. And we're going to talk about it, of course, and also with TNA. What's happening with TNA with Mike Santana? What is going to happen there as well? His future. Where we're heading to this for Slammiversary. Nick Dem is already cashing in his trophy already to face the challenger for Slammiversary. So we're already seeing that now that Mac was out of the picture. So there's a lot of things here we need to find out. And also seeing Naraku versus Mason Brook on Tuesday is going to be a banger match for me to be excited. And also waiting for AAA. What's going to be the outcome now heading to the story to Triple Mania? What are we going to get here from Rey Mysterio now that he's the general manager? So there's a lot of things happening here in the world of professional wrestling, folks. But man, we appreciate you all much dearly from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for the love and support, especially for the return right here of this man. Yes, he's back in action. I'm so happy, so excited. I love this man so dearly. I'm glad he's back and was able to, of him to talk about what's happened in the world of professional wrestling. But another thing, though, Pepsi Phil, you wanted to, what you do with your artwork, where can they find it, where could they actually get to you?
Like I said, first of all, thank everybody for taking me back. I appreciate it. Like I said, I was gone for a while for some personal stuff. If you want to find me online, obviously, I'm here on Facebook. I got a small YouTube channel that I'm starting to work on. Don't go there yet. You can also find me on Instagram at PhilipJP24601. Also, it would you can get there to see my art. I am also working on a bunch of new project art wise. You guys can actually, like I said, there will be some type of way to buy it online and have it delivered to you for print on demand style. Also, like I said, if you want to find out what I've been going through the last few months, you can go there and just scroll through and see what you need to do. If you take a look at it and say hi and just send me some support. Like I said, a good chunk of my stuff will be coming back. Steven, I understand. We all make bad choices in life, brother. I appreciate you for being here, no matter what your life choices are. I understand that. Like I said, all love to you. Like I said, just click by, say hi to me, or just drop me a DM and say hi on any one of the platforms. Or if you want to see cool art, I like to think it's cool art. That's usually fantasy, superheroes, or horror stuff. Take a look at it, have fun with it. There is some goofy stuff on there as well. So, just drop in. And again, I'm going to, like I said, come back next week and get to see me back on here, being mad excited.
Kayla!
So Kayla doesn't like me. She thinks I'm too short.
Well, stay tuned for her. She'll be on, she'll be on later on tonight, and she's going to give her week 2 of the book series. 2 great books that she's going to be talking about. Is a haunting cinema one. One is a haunting one, and one is a cinema book. So who needs cinema yet books? But I cannot wait what she has to review these 2 books. So make sure you guys come back. If you guys are book readers, anything else, come back here, and Chaotic Chaos will be happening later this evening. And that will be happening in an hour and a half. So make sure you stay tuned for her because she got a lot to discuss about that. And I'm excited to see what it is she's going to review on those 2 incredible books. But man, folks, we already know what we do here. We discuss, we debate, we derail. But especially, you get us like that, we sometimes could detonate, sometimes, not all the time. We could be. But there are 3 things that we do here, and I'm going to let my brother here, the attorney of law, tell you what are those 3 things that we do here in this network. And the floor is yours, my brother. What do we do here in this network?
We make history.
Bye, everybody. Peace.
Must bid you adieu. Goodbye. Mwah. and good night.
And together, we make history.
Like a